good morning. Welcome to Sewing Street. I'm Vicky. Lovely to be back with you. Oh my word, I was just saying to the guys, it feels, well, I haven't been here since a week last Thursday. And it feels just like a lifetime. I'm so happy to be out the house. It's so lovely to be with you. So thank you for getting up nice and early with me. Please do stay with us all day. We've got a brilliant show. We've got a brilliant weekend, in fact, here today and tomorrow with you. We've got Valentine's Day special, obviously, tomorrow. So we're going to be spreading the love all weekend. What do you mean? Oh, Kat's just said, you've just doubted Tom, and here he is, second in. Pauline, good morning. Tom, my friend, was doing a cocktail masterclass on Zoom yesterday, and I said, he won't be here, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed at 8 o'clock, no way, with the messages he was sending me last night. So it was a bit worse for wear, I think. So good morning, I'm pleased that you're awake and nice and early with us. Please do message in. It's so nice to have your company, especially with the lineup that we've got. So what we've done is we put everything on pre-order nice and early so you can see everything that's coming up through the show. Emma Bradford is here. We've got the most beautiful attic window quilt, which is going to be coming up at 9 o'clock. Do not miss this because it's exactly what we all need. Look at that sky. Look at that beautiful quilt. This is going to look absolutely amazing on a bed or up on the wall. It just looks so beautiful, doesn't it? It's very clever, very clever how you've got that sort of three-dimensional feel to it as well, which is really exciting. Stay with us till 12 o'clock as well because we've got West Yorkshire spinners back in stock. Those of you that are fans of Yarn Lane, we saw this collection come in and it completely sold out. We're so lucky to be able to have another show. It's our Rebecca Reed's birthday today as well. Happy birthday, Rebecca. I know that she planned a brilliant show for her birthday and she's left us to it. So she did send us an email and told us how excited she was to have this back in. So we're really excited about it. Stay tuned. Morning, Debbie. Morning, Vix and the guys. Missed you. This is random Debbie, by the way. Missed you. Sat with a cuppa and toast, ready to enjoy a good morning with you. I've got my cup of tea, my third cup of tea of the morning. Decaf though, so it makes it all right, doesn't it? Morning, Jill. Morning, Anne. Good morning, everybody. Right, shall we start with the early bird special? Now, we knew how brilliant today's show was before we even knew the early bird. There wasn't an early bird scheduled for us up until a couple of days ago. So we've been planning the show and then we said to Hayley, there seems to be an early bird missing, and she's given us the best early bird. This is always, without a doubt, one of, if not the most popular early bird that we ever bring to you. It is the Steam Mini Iron. Whenever we have a mini iron on air, whether it be with a guest designer, whether it be with any of the presenters, they're always very popular. Today is at a special price of just £26.99. There are so many reasons why we love it. One, comes in a lovely little hard travel case. Two, it's got the steam option, so it comes with a water bottle. It's got the steam on, steam off button. You've got your temperature dial. But if you're doing smaller projects and you don't want to get your big domestic iron out, this is ideal. Opening seams, pressing hems, just getting into all those nooks and crannies that you probably wouldn't be able to do with ease with your large iron. And it sort of separates the whole home ironing from pressing. If you're pressing with this, then people won't bring shirts and different items of clothes for you to iron. It's like, I'm not ironing, I'm pressing. It isn't like a travel iron though. I must say one of my Room 101 pet hates is travel irons. You've heard me say this a million times, but I love this iron because it doesn't have one of those short travel iron cables. It's got a really lovely long lead, which is just like your domestic iron. It's also got the clip so you can tidy this away really nice and easily. It's got an ergonomic handle with that lovely rubber rim as well. It's got the little feet so it's going to stand up. I did have a travel iron before and it didn't have that. It's different features like this that make it really special. Even though it's mini, it's mighty. It has got the power of your domestic iron, but in a mini size. So if you are on the move, when we're allowed to go on the move, then this would be ideal. I know lots of people who, in fact, didn't you tell me that you ironed your clothes with this, Kat? Yeah, she says, I've got one of these at home. She said, yeah, she has one for her clothes as well. I mean, it is absolutely brilliant. Really, 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 really good quality. Anti-drip technology as well. Oh, in fact, Pauline said, I love that iron. I bought one for my daughter who's going to uni. It's perfect for that because it's space saving as well, isn't it? You know, sometimes, I mean, I very, very rarely iron my clothes anymore. If you catch them out of the washing machine or out of the dryer, then you can just really easily sort of hang them up, don't they? But pressing is essential when it comes to all kinds of sewing, whether it be dressmaking, whether it be for quilting, whether it's for bag making, toy making, whatever you're doing, pressing is essential. It really, really is. We have had a message come in. Hi Teddy, morning Teddy. He said, I bought an extra of the early bird iron, even though I already had a mini iron, because the case makes it so good for taking to craft days. That's perfect. So if you have one for home and one that you already keep in your bag that you go to craft days, let's face it, the world has changed, hasn't it? And I remember when I first started my sewing classes, we had a communal iron. But now I think it is going to be a case of you have to take your own bits and bobs in with you when we're able to go to workshops and classes again. And I love the fact that you don't need to store it in the cardboard box. You can keep it in the nice travel case, maybe in your sewing bag or just neatly away in your sewing room. It's absolutely perfect. You haven't got cables running everywhere. Brilliant. What a great early bird, just $26.99. I have this iron, it's really good. I'm doing EPP at the moment and this iron has been a godsend. Have a happy Saturday. Thank you, Kay, and to you. Keep your messages coming in. I know hundreds of you have already got this iron, so we'd love to hear from you. Half of our stock that has been allocated for our early bird special has already gone, just so you're aware. Lynn, I believe, has messaged in. Lynn has said, hi Vicky and crew, I bought the iron when it was an early bird previously. It's just as good, if not better, than its more expensive cousin. Right, I wasn't going to say, but Lynn, you're right. We all know there is a very similar iron, which we also stock. Not saying any more, but it's $39.99. I have no idea why on earth this is $26.99. That's the one that Kat's got at home. It's the one that I've got at home because we didn't have this one, but we've all used this and it is the same quality. It's really, really good, really powerful. So have a go with it. It's definitely worth it, isn't it, those prices? Oh, hello, Elizabeth. Elizabeth said, good morning, pretty lady. Oh, I must say, this is the first time that I have washed my hair, brushed my hair, put my makeup on for ages and ages, and it actually feels really nice. It feels really nice. But Elizabeth, it's so funny. I tell a lie actually. I went for a little stroll out last Thursday or Wednesday, I want to say, and it's a good job I did. You know when you always think, right, I'm just going to nip out, I'm not going to see anybody I know, and I walked out and I heard Vicky from across the side of the right by where I live, and there was a lovely lady called Barbara who I've never met before until last week, and I said, oh my word, I'm so pleased that I put my mascara on, because, well, she probably wouldn't recognise me if I hadn't. But Barbara's one of our viewers, and she was off to the dentist in Warwick, and she says, I didn't know you lived around here. So Barbara, if you're watching, good morning. I know that she said that Sewing Street has been her sort of, well, godsend again, saviour over this pandemic, and she's been doing lots of crochet. So definitely stay tuned for Yarn Lane today. The knitting projects and the wool is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay. We have kicked off what is going to be, trust me, an amazing weekend. Not just today, tomorrow as well. We have got jam-packed shows, brilliant savings, items that are back in stock, by the way, like this iron. Also, I'm going to give you a heads up for tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to just tell you now because I'd hate for anybody to miss it tomorrow. We've got the Bridgewater Stitch Remover back. I had a dream about it last night. It's so weird, isn't it? Kat did send me a message yesterday. It's back in. She said, it's back in, so I'm going to put it on pre-order tomorrow at 7:30. But I had the message last night, and I said to Kat this morning, I was like, this broke my dream. I was dreaming about them. blooming stitch remover last night. Ellen said, morning Vicky, I love this iron. It's perfect for all of my sewing projects. That's it, isn't it? And you could set up your little station, because if you've, before I had my mini iron, you have a lot of gear to sort of get out, don't you? Your sewing machine, your cutting mat, your ironing board and your big iron, and it's a lot to sort of get out, especially if you don't have a sewing room. It was something that I was doing in my kitchen. Whereas now, especially if you've got a little pressing mat, you can set yourself a nice little neat station where you only have to move to go and put the kettle on and get a biscuit. Other than that, you can set up your sewing machine, your cutting mat and your ironing pressing station. And we all know how important it is to press at every stage. And I think having the right tools for the job just make it, one, look so much better, your end result, but also so much more enjoyable. It's got a really lovely soft handle, ergonomic handle. It's got that lovely soft grip. It's going to be brilliant whether you're dressmaker and you need loads of steam, but if you want to turn it off, if you are doing your quilting, yes, Elliot, it's suitable for lefties as well, left or right-handers. He always takes the mick out of me because I always struggle with certain irons, basic tasks being a left-hander. But no, this is fine for me, left or right-handed. Alison Marion, good morning. Alison Marion's on tomorrow, by the way. Alison, have you got your outfit ready? We had our sparkles for New Year's Eve. I've got Alison Marion with me tomorrow for Valentine's Day. So we're going to dress up for the event, aren't we, Kat? Morning, everybody. How is everybody today? Rebecca said good morning, all. Elizabeth has sent in a message. Morning, Princess Hungry to me. I've got this iron for the first time. It was an early bird and it's brilliant. It's ideal for pressing seams open. -3. It was -4 in the car this morning. I think it's warmed up slightly here, but it's so cold, isn't it? I was going to go for a walk yesterday and I ended up saying, no, it's too cold. I stepped out the door and went, no. It was freezing yesterday, so stay in the warm, get yourself a cuppa. We've got a brilliant show. So we didn't know whether we were going to have this iron back. I think it's the first time we've seen it this year, and I can't believe that we're still doing it at that special price. I can't actually believe we're still allowed to do it at an early bird special price point. Good morning. Oh, thanks, Sue. Sue, do you know what? Feels like I haven't been here for ages. I'm actually a bit concerned that I've forgotten how to talk because I've not been speaking to anybody. Kieran's been out at work all week, so I've been sitting at home watching Married at First Sight Australia. Has anybody else watched it? Because it's very addictive. Oh, it is just one of those, it's just one of those reality TV programs that just gets very addictive. Right, we've got a few of those early birds remaining. I've even texted John Scott saying, please will you watch it? So I've got someone to talk to because Kat won't watch it. Hannah watches it. Oh, good. Hannah watches it. Right, so shall I tell you what else we've got for today's show? This first hour, by the way, is jam-packed. We've got loads of fabric to get through, and we've actually stolen some bits as well. So this first hour is going to be really exciting. We've got loads to bring you. Fabulous fabrics this first hour. At 9 o'clock, Emma's going to be joining me with that beautiful springtime attic window. At 10 o'clock, we've got Adjustoforms. First time I've seen Adjustoform since before Christmas. Can't remember the last show that I did of Adjustoforms. So we've got Adjustoforms, we've got Overlockers, we've got other dressmaking tools as well at 10 o'clock. 11 o'clock, we're going to be doing some more patchwork with Emma Bradford. We've got storage boxes. In fact, the book that we're working from is really lovely. There's so much in that book. There's going to be lots of different projects for any beginners or anyone who wants quite quick makes if you're an experienced sewer. So do stay tuned for that as well. And then 12 o'clock, we've got our Yarn Lane. Yarn Lane, which, to remind you, we've got the West Yorkshire Spinners back. The book that was very, very, very popular is back. They are absolutely gorgeous qualities. And we've got lovely Carol as well. We've got lovely Carol who's going to be demonstrating. So stay with us. We've got 2 new yarn bundles, 2 new wool bundles. 2 new projects to go with that book as well. So it's going to be really exciting. If you've already got the book, stay tuned because we've got loads coming up. Now, just look at this. Look at this. Oh, Lucy, thank you. And Sue. Sue says, morning, Mum. Love your outfit. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just struggling with anything that fits me, to be honest, Sue. Looking forward to the attic window. Loved it all. Isn't it beautiful? Instantly, just seeing myself on the monitor, it just makes you feel so much better, doesn't it? Seeing that blue sky. Oh, I can't wait for a bit of spring, can you? I can't wait. That is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Lucy said, morning, you're looking lovely, looking glowing. Oh, thank you, thank you. Hold on, I'm asking, when is your baby due? It's in April, beginning of April. So not long to go now, not long to go. I just keep saying that, not long, not long. She says, I'm so excited for you. I have 5 children. Oh, she says, it's the best job being a mummy. That's from Lucy. Oh, thank you. Well, Lucy, Lynn, I have been trying to do that. She says, make the most of your time whilst you can. So all week I have just been using that as an excuse to be very lazy. Right, anyway, let's get going. These fabrics are stunning. I've not seen this since we were in our old studio, which was back in the summer last year. It's been ages. Now this whole bundle, and I will have to open them all up in a minute because they are absolutely stunning. We're selling them also by the half metre, so you'll see them all individually. But every single one of them has got the most amazing ombre. I'll just show you, for example. Look at this. So if you're doing projects like somebody messaged in saying about English paper piecing, this is ideal because look at how many different colours you're getting in there. And on the ends, it's like this metallic, pearlescent, beautiful, beautiful sort of shards coming through. Can you see? Love that. But that shadow effect on there as well. So not only have you got the pearlescent, you've also got the shadows and then a grey ombre of colour. So you've got all of these different colours. You've got yellow, you've got pink, you've got blue. I love this green because it's not green, it's quite sort of spearminty. That's really lovely. You've got this sort of sunset shade. You could do an amazing applique sunset design on that. In this bundle, you'll get all of these colours, 4.5 metres, and Kat always does this, do you know, and she doesn't have to, and not many people do, but she's also offered half a metre for free, half a metre for free. How good is that? So you're getting half a metre for free. You're getting 2 different shades of blue, your greys, your purple and pink. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, Pauline said, I'm making the most of you being on. Oh, thank you. Lynn says, you're not being lazy. You've been very busy growing a baby. Thank you. Exactly, exactly. I'll keep telling Kieran that. To be fair, he's actually been really good. He keeps telling me to rest. Graham, this is hilarious. As soon as I was watching the other day, I saw your message pop up on Facebook and I opened my phone to text Kat and Kat texted me saying, we missed the sing-along again. Oh no, it wasn't Graham, it's Derek, isn't it? Sorry, Graham. Thank you very much for your message. Did you get the chocolates? Is this the chocolates that we've got that I said, what are the red chocolates in the wrappers? Graham, is it those ones? Are they red chocolates with, red dark chocolates? If they have, I've been told they're very nice. There is one left and, oh, there's more than one. Elliot's hidden them all in his desk, so he did tell me that I can have them after the show. No, but we missed Derek's sing-along on Monday. I'm absolutely gutted because I love the... we're getting really bad at this. I think it's my days are all just blending into one. I've put an alarm next to the calendar now because I did have it in my diary. £63.92 for the whole shebang. This is the complete bundle. This is everything that we've got in stock from the Snippets range. And it did come back in, I think, last week. But we, when I say we, me and Kat, we've not actually seen this since the summer last year. And I think it sold out very, very quickly when this came in. Just so you know, if you do want that full bundle, we're in single figures. Single figures with half a metre for free. Half a metre for free as well. So should we do them by the half metre so we can have a good look at all of these colours? If you're umming and ahhing about getting the whole bundle, let's have a look at them individually. Let's start with the silver. They're so nice, aren't they? So let me show you, if you are buying by the half metre, if you want more than half a metre, if you think about it, the gradient will go, it will carry on this way. So it's going to be beautiful, really, really beautiful for patchwork and quilting. Lovely for dressmaking as well. Look at that. Hi, Sharon. Sharon's messaged in saying, hi, Vicky, this would be great for Delphine's confetti projects. Do you know what? I'm thinking about it, if it would, because I know that Delphine uses the batik fabric, so it's the same on the reverse. You'd have to just be very careful with how they sort of fall and where you place it. But yeah, absolutely. Because you've got that white or the lighter colour in the centre, yeah, I think you would be able to get away with it actually. £7.99 a half metre. It is gorgeous, isn't it? And it's got that sort of confetti effect on it. Can you see from there that you've got that shimmer, that lovely sort of pearlescent metallic sheen to it? I know you can see my face very close. And my eyes are very sort of weary today, I'm sorry. No, it's just lack of sleep. He's saying I'm looking old. Right. Oh yeah, and haggard was what he actually said. Thank you for repeating that again. He says, no, I didn't. I said, you're looking old and haggard. £7.99 a half metre. Oh dear. Right, £7.99 a half metre. So that's for the silver. We've also got the grey. What's it called? Black. Let's have a look at how I think the shimmer's really going to stand out on this one. Oh yeah, so it starts as black, but then it also goes right through to this beautiful silver, and it's a real subtle ombre. Oh, that is dramatic, isn't it? See, there are so many different ways of being able to use this. If you're doing EPP, I just keep thinking about English paper piecing now. If you start with some hexes that are, you know, like this, and then you're looking at hexes here as well, they're all going to work together, but it's going to look like completely different fabric, isn't it? So even if you're buying half a metre, you're getting so many options and possibilities. Let me show you again. So this is what half a metre looks like. It is 112 wide. It's quilting weight cotton. Can you see if I just give it a little shimmy shimmy? Sorry. Oh, did I do it too vigorously? If I just do it nice and soft. This is 106 centimetres wide. Oh, imagine doing any of the foundation paper piecing with it, especially the gemstone ones. They would look really beautiful, wouldn't they? Oh. Oh, that was a really nice description. Did you just come up with that in your head? Like a sprinkle of confetti on a New Year's Eve party, my producer's just said in my ear. Absolutely. Right, let's do the deep blue. Thanks, Elizabeth. Elizabeth said, you do not look weary, the cheeky thing. No, the word that he used was haggard. Elizabeth would be like, oh yeah, you do look haggard, just not weary. No, I think it's the, did you say that your eyes felt sore? I don't think they feel sore, they just feel a bit dry, yeah, I think it's the weather. I love the colour of this. This is like the night sky, isn't it? And it's contrasting with the pearlescent, so on this one you can really see that lovely metallic pearly hue. How is everybody anyway? How's everybody's week been? Come and say hello. Now you can use different parts of the fabric to achieve different looks. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous for dressmaking, for quilting. £7.99 a half metre. And again, just give it a little shimmer. Look at that. You can really see that pearlescence. I can't because I'm behind it, but Kat is telling me you can really see it on this one. £7.99 a half metre. And this is your chance, remember, to buy by the half metre. If you're buying the whole bundle, then it's they're all pre-cut into half metre pieces like this. But if you do want it by the half metre, if you think of a larger projects, oh, look at that. That is like the night sky, isn't it? Imagine for, oh, blinds. Yes. I was thinking like reading cushions. Nighttime reading cushions. They're really lovely, you know, for children. I think because of all the different colours, you think of different projects, don't you? Let's go for the lighter blue now. What's that? It's the first time I've seen these. Okay, this one has got like more of a sort of teal colour. So you've got your teals, you've got lovely lighter blues. Oh, this is more sort of ocean, isn't it? It is the deep blue sea, that gorgeous sea. You know when you're in the sea, remember those days when we used to go into the sea and you have those sort of darker patches and you think, oh, that's a bit too deep there, I'm not going there. You love swimming in the ocean. We've had a conversation about this, about whether we're more sea or pool people, haven't we, before? Elliot likes the ocean. Just £7.99 a half metre. They're talking about going to swimming baths when they were children. Yeah, you still go to the swimming baths. Absolutely. Of course you still go to the swim. She says that's still a thing. Do people still go to swim baths? Yeah, aqua aerobics. Well, when we can, when they're open. I love swimming. So relaxing, isn't it? That's one thing I really am a bit gutted about being pregnant. I really wanted to go and do lots of swimming and I haven't been able to do any of the classes or any of the yoga things or this. I know. Oh yeah, I'll be able to go with my baby, won't I? Baby swimming. Right, let's do purple. Oh, this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. See, that's so different from these really deep grape tones. Oh, I love that. I think that's my favourite. I think that's my favourite. And again, that pearlescent. But then also your pinks. I love that. Absolutely love it. Oh yeah, the shards look more sort of pink actually, don't they? You can't feel them, no. They're not scratchy. It's not going to come off, which is good, isn't it? But can you see it's not just silver shards. You've actually got like a slight sort of lilac-y pearlescence with it. Just £7.99 a half metre again. Oh, I'm so sorry, Elliot. Let me just give it a little woo, gentle. We're limited on all of these by the half metre, just so you know. Very limited. Oh, and those of you that have opened your order already, it's only one postage and packaging all day long, and we have got the most amazing show for you. Yeah. Okay, so we've also got the sunset. I've got a bit of an idea of doing a sunset applique scene with elephants in black, like a shadow, all holding each other's tails going along the bottom. So, yeah, like the Jungle Book. Or you could do one like, so I'm thinking if you were to have it like that, this way. And then to have like a bit of a shadow. It's like embers of a fire, isn't it? Look this way. Oh, imagine doing a beige yellow out of these fabrics. Right, orange and yellow being the most popular. Oh, I suppose ready for Ready for summer. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. I think this is my favourite. I loved the purple, but my word, that is gorgeous. It is just burning embers, isn't it? Your chance to get it by the half metre. The ombre goes from salvage to salvage. So let me open it up. And it meets in the middle. So if you're buying a metre, it will continue on. It's lovely, isn't it? £7.99 a half metre. I'm thinking you would have to purchase more fabric, but if you wanted like a pair of, if you wanted a skirt, or if you wanted a pair of, like, I'm thinking like pyjama bottoms, fancy pyjamas, where that runs along the bottom, you'd have to purchase more. But a dress, can you imagine? Because it would be suitable for dressmaking. It would just be a bit more, it would just be a bit more sort of structured. It's lovely, isn't it? Look at that chiller. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. Sorry, I'm just reading Sue's message. Sue says, I've said farewell to the school to go self-employed, sewing from home. Well done. Amazing. I know it's a big step to do that, isn't it? So I'm really excited for you, Sue. So please can you say hello to Carol and Brian? I know they'll be watching. Hi, Carol. Hi, Brian. Thank you for messaging in, Sue. They're part of the new sewing team. Very exciting. Oh, keep us in the loop with that. Keep us in the loop. You'll have to come on, Sue. Okay, we've got the green, yellow, and pink. Let's do the yellow first. Now this is Sunshine. It's completely different to the oranges that we were just looking at. This has got that amazing, oh look, Sunshine yellow. Do you think this is more subtle? I think this would be lovely for daffodils and springtime projects. This might actually be really nice to do along with your attic window. So you get everything that you need in the kits for the attic window, but if you want to do the flowers that are around the border in yellow, that's going to look completely different, isn't it? You sounded like that, you know, the dog that's on the video where they, yeah, the maple syrup kind, that one. Do we all know that video that went viral a few years ago? Cat just sounded like that in my ear then. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, there's been some hilarious videos. Has anybody seen the one of the cat on Zoom? He was a lawyer or a judge in America, and everyone's obviously going, what is it called, virtual, having to do Zoom meetings, and he'd somehow managed to get this cat filter on his face and couldn't take it off. And it's so funny, it's obviously really serious, and he said, look, I'm happy to carry on, I just don't know how to take this cat filter off. Have you not seen it, Elliot? Oh, it's really funny. It's really funny. And he says, I promise I am here live, I'm not a cat. It's really funny. Oh, has anyone else seen it? Message in. Oh dear, this is all I've been doing over the last week, is just watching silly videos. Have you watched the, can you tell that I've missed human interaction? I can't stop talking, can I? Have you watched the councillors' meeting? What's her name? Yeah, the lady who's got no authority. Oh dear. You've missed that one as well, Elliot. Elliot's been here working every day. He has been working. Oh, you had yesterday off to watch all of these videos. We'll have to send them to him. Just £7.99. Oh, this is lovely hot pink. Let me show you. It's different to the pinks and purples. See what I mean? They would look lovely together though, actually, wouldn't they? Be lovely for your beige yellows. I mean, really striking for beige yellow, because you would get this lovely ombre. Right, be careful, because this one is limited. This one is very, very limited. If you are checking out on any of these, have a look on the website through the pre-order section, which we can show you how to do it in a moment. The attic window panels and the quilts, the kits, are already selling very, very quickly. Just be aware, we've got two beautiful kits to show you. remember, yeah. Oh, right. So Kat did me a very in-depth email a couple of days ago about the show, and we were amazed at the prices that these came in at, and she says it's actually £10 lower than where we discussed. So very exciting if you do want the bundles. In fact, I'll just tell you they're £29.99. For a quilt bundle, that is incredible, but they will all sell out. We've only got two kits to show you, two different colours to show you, two different options. We've got one last colour in this Snippets Pearlescence collection, which is your green. Now this is called Emerald Green. I tell you what, this is really, really gorgeous. Look at that. Because you've got right from this turquoise green right through to this deep emerald green. Okay, don't let this put you off, but Elliot's saying it's his favourite. Oh, I love it. And if you're watching, it's me. It's me. She says, who's pregnant, Helen? I just want to clear it up. Yeah. I am actually pregnant. I'm not just eating all the donuts, yeah. Elliot's putting on sympathy weight with me though, and he has been keeping up with my weight gain, eating lots of donuts. £7.99, a half metre. That's to get you back from calling me haggard this morning. Right. You can get the whole shebang if you do want every single one of these half metre pre-cuts ready to go in the green. Sorry, I've tried to follow the lines. You've got the cat saying, what is that? Fold it properly, girl. Right, so because look, there's the crease. Oh, gosh. Oh, this is really confusing. That's it. That'll do. Oh, gosh. We got there. I tell you what, I've not been here for a week. You need to go easy on me. I haven't been folding anything at home. Okay, so you have got your green. Elliot, green. Your pink. Your purple. You know what I said? I've missed human interaction. I'm quite happy to go home on my own again. They're picking on me this morning. Your orange, the blue, navy, black and silver. Back in stock today, probably brand new to lots of us actually. Those of you that we had it on very quickly, very briefly. It sold out really, really quickly when it came back into stock. And we've not seen it since we were in our old studio, which feels like a lifetime ago now. When was it? When did you start here, Elliot? October. Yeah, I've not seen this for ages, absolutely ages. £63.92 for 4.5 metres. And if you've noticed, that price is incredible. You are getting half a metre for free. Half a metre for free. Oh, thanks, Anne. She's put, wow, Vix, that's marvellous news. Congratulations to both Mr. and Mrs. Carroll. Thank you. A nice one. Well done, Elliot. Nice to know you took one for the team. Yeah, he says, yeah, that's how much he likes me. Good friend. Just so you know, if you're purchasing the bundle, they will all already come pre-cut into half metres. Okay, so let me just remind you, those of you that have not been onto the website yet this morning, everything is on pre-order. The panel that's behind me is already selling very, very quickly. If you click on watch live on the website, which is www.sewingstreet.com, if you scroll down, oh, has it? Doesn't surprise me. Early bird sold it out. So everything that we've played today so far, so all of your snippets fabric is under today's show deals. As we play them, they will appear there On the right-hand side, everything else from the show will appear. Cat's tails. I can't believe we've got any of these in. We've got the Born to Sew collection as well. This was another one that came in and disappeared. And we haven't even had a look in, Kat, so I'm really excited about that. Some of Kat's favourite bundles, Falling Leaves, Bursting Sunsets, Hoffman, back in stock. And then we have got the pattern on its own. Keep going down. They're the two bundles. Now the only difference is the panel, which you can see on the right hand side. Far right is the one that I've got behind me, which is your spring fields. And then I tell you what, the thistles is gorgeous. It is. Did anybody see the sky yesterday or yesterday morning? It was so beautiful. It was like that. It was just so gorgeous. I love that, your thistles. So, and we thought that these were $39.99. They are really good prices. You get your instructions included as well, so you don't need to get the instructions on their own. Now, this collection from Michael Miller came in and completely disappeared. Now we've got most of these by the half metre, all of these by the half metre, bar the panels. The panels, the only way of getting your panels is in the bundle. So let's have a look at them. You get half a metre of each of these beautiful fabrics. Do you know what I love is that they are not novelty sewing fabrics. They're not, how do I put it? Do you know, don't get me wrong, there are some really fun sewing fabrics that are a great nod to our craft. But what I love about this is that if you don't look really closely, I mean, this looks like a moda or floral, very classic print. And then when you do see up close, it's like, they're buttons. They're buttons. I love it. It's like a blanket stitch. There's some really beautiful designs in here. I love this range. Michael Miller, I must say, is one of my favourite designers. I love this one. Look at that mottle effect. It's so beautifully soft. The quality of the fabric is amazing. But also the prints they think about. You can tell so much love, attention to detail and thought has gone into the designs, and they all work really, really well together. So if you are thinking of a quilt, I mean, this one's cool. Look at this. They're like labels, aren't they? Sewing basket, sewn by. So if you do want to do little quilt labels, you have actually got labels on there. Little sewing machines. It's really gorgeous. So they're all your half meters, but we will look at those in more detail. The only way of getting these panels is in the bundle. So the panels, I should open up properly so you can see everything. But look at this. If you want them on a front, you could applique these onto the front of a bag, onto the front of your button box. You could frame them and embroider over the top of them. There are so many beautiful, beautiful, beautiful options. I mean, this, you could actually put that as a quilt label. It's a really good size as well. It says, this was stitched for you by me. It's lovely. Let me open it out because you're getting loads of images on one panel. So it will come like that. It will come like that in your bundle. The only way of getting these panels is in the big mega bundle. We haven't got those individually and they've been really, really popular. Plus, you're also getting, it's gone really quick, hasn't it, this hour? 15 minutes until Emma's joining us, by the way. Did you not notice either? We didn't notice the time. We've still got so much to do. This is the other panel. Oh, I love this. Like your crossword. Oh, that's so cool. I've never seen anything like that before. And then the one at the bottom here is the one that Delphine has used in her cushion. And look at this. This is a really nice seat. In fact, I'm going to have this as my my seat. Hi, Delphine, if you're watching. Oh, I've missed Delphine so much. When is she back on? John's hogging her again. John on Tuesday. She's with John on Tuesday. I will have to watch. I have to get my my Delphine fix as well. They've got the most amazing show on Tuesday, so please do make sure that you tune in. This is the only positive, you know, that's coming of us not having much to do other than be at home, is that I don't miss anything. I keep watching. I put the show on in the morning, and then I feel like, oh, actually, right, I know what's coming up. Whereas in normal life, I think, oh, I missed that. How did I miss that? So at least we're not missing anything. Right. Those 2 panels plus all of your half metre pre-cuts are £71.99. £71.99. So we do have these by the half metre as well. Remember, you don't get the panels. So get the mega bundle if you want those panels. So shall we start with the labels? I say labels. Kat's calling them tiles. So, I mean, there's so many different ways of using these. Whether you want to applique them onto different projects, whether you want to, they're amazing. And I love the colour of it as well. Quite antique, isn't it? I think that's why it reminds Kat of tiles. It's like the, is it called travertine? Those colours. What? Travertine, the tiles. The colour of tiles. If you Google travertine tiles, you'll see this colour. This is what you need to know now you're a homeowner, Kat. What tiles do you want? Oh, Susie Duncan. Susie, I loved the Liberty Collection show. I did watch. It was so lovely to see you. She's put morning. I love that cushion. Just needs a hot water bottle pocket to keep my back warm too. Oh, that's a good idea. In fact, do you know the book that we're doing at 11 o'clock? We were looking through it and there's a really nice hot water bottle pattern in there, and I thought, oh, that would be so good. I haven't had my hot water bottle since I had my my hot water incident though. I'm not allowed to. I've still got a little bit of a mark, to be honest, but I think it's definitely got a lot better. Ryan's watching. Ryan, I'm going to I am going to blow your trumpet now, because we were talking about being cool, because we were talking about how Elliot's quite cool. And I said, who's probably, you know, your definition of cool? Because we all have different definitions of it. And Kat said the coolest person that she knows is our Ryan. She says, yeah, she says, I don't actually know that many people, but had to be someone obviously here, because these are the only people who I mix with. But yeah, Ryan, who's one of our buying team, Kat did say, I think that he's the coolest person I know. I haven't seen his leopard print carpet, no. He's got a leopard print carpet. Oh my word. Oh, I'll have to tell Kieran, because my Kieran's in the flooring game. So I'll have to say to him, you need to get the leopard print carpets in, Kieran. Right, look at this. If you want to be cool. Now, it's not overly novelty sewing or novelty, sewing notions, but it's lovely that it has still got, actually, when you look in detail, those little buttons, they're so beautiful. The fact that they're floral as well, it's lovely for spring. In fact, this would be really, really nice to be able to do storage tubs and baskets and things like that. Or what about doing Alice and Marion's apron? For your sewing room, you could have like a little sewing apron, couldn't you? £7.49. Sue, don't worry. She's saying, stay with us, Sue. She's like, I can't watch anymore. This beautiful fabric is driving me to my purse, and my husband will tear his hair out. Help. Oh, this stripe's lovely. Now the stripe is running. Let's check. It's running vertically. It is running vertically. Also, this would make a beautiful border. Delphine uses this fabric on her cushion. It looks like really lovely fancy wallpaper, doesn't it? It's nice to be able to have different scales of print, different textures. That's lovely. £7.49 a half metre. Oh, it's so lovely to have so many new buyers with us as well this morning. Thank you for your company. Those of you that are brand new to us, by the way, loads of new bidders snapped up the early bird special today. Now, if you've checked out and completed your order, remember you can still purchase throughout the day. I mean, throughout the whole of the day, and it doesn't need to necessarily be anything that's on today's show. It can be across all of our website as well. And you'll still only pay one postage and packaging. So now you've paid the P&P. It works with Yarn Lane as well. So if you want to stock up on anything, even, you know, some bits and bobs like extra rotary cutter blades or any needles for your sewing machine, things that you wouldn't come in and just buy on their own because you're thinking, I'm going to have to pay £4 postage charge, I'm going to wait. If you just want to stock up on some wadding or H640 or anything like that, it's worth having a look on the website. Okay, now we've got the same floral as the one previous, but this time with the most beautiful blue, which is like a mottled blue. It's not a solid navy, it's got really lovely depth and texture to it. £7.49. You haven't been very singy today, actually, Kat, have you? She's singing Island in the Stream now. You haven't sang enough to me this morning. She's like, I have a bit singy. Oh, yeah. She has been quite musical, actually. I forgot about that. She's now singing in my ear. 749.5 metre, and I love that it almost looks like it's, can you see all the shading? Oh, where's my finger? There. That's so lovely, isn't it? £7.49. Yeah, sometimes Kat does like a voice in my ear that's, you know, like a pilot. We are now boarding the and she does it really, she does it very close to the microphone, which feels like it's, oh yeah, Elliot does it a lot more than I do. Elliot does it whenever he thinks he thinks his opinion is really valid. I can hear him every second whilst he's in the gallery, but if he says this would be really good for suit lining, he says it very close to my ear, and therefore he wants me to say it on air. Hi Teddy. Teddy sent a message. Morning. I know I am, Teddy. You're so lucky having spontaneous singing. Kat saying, when you've got lovely fabrics like this on a really great weekend, then yeah, how can you not? How can you not? And I can't even see you. And Kat did do that action as well. Michael Miller, remember, brand new fabric to me and Kat could be brand new to you too. Oh dear. Can you? He's just said to me, I've just realised there's buttons on there. We've been talking about it for the... See, it's got a nod to our craft without being sort of novelty, hasn't it? It's really clever, isn't it, Elliot? £7.49 a half metre. It's all the singing distracting him. But you're right, Teddy. Do you know what? I've just missed singing so much. I watched did anybody else watch it last Sunday, the BBC musicals at the Palladium? Oh gosh, it was so emotional. It was so emotional. It had my friend on it too. Who's your friend? Who's Jack? Oh, one of the cast of Joseph. One of my friends was in the... Oh, he was actually Joseph. Oh, there you go. Oh, that was Kat's friend who was playing Joseph on the show. My friend was one of the guys in the choir who was in the dress circle. No, not Amanda Holden. 7:49. Kat's got a bit of a thing about Amanda Holden. Just £7.49, and it has got the most beautiful purple. I love that. That it almost looks like it's shadowed. It's not. That's the effect of the fabric. It's really lovely. So, why do you want to see Elliot? Come on, Elliot, I'm nosy. It's nice to put a face to the name. Oh, okay. Kat's telling me we've only got 3 minutes this hour, so can we bring him on in the next hour, please? At the 10 o'clock hour. He said he hasn't had a haircut. Nobody's had a haircut. It's fine. It's because Sue is intrigued now that I've said that Elliot's put on all the baby weight with me, isn't it? And then Sue will think I'm really mean because he's actually really slender. If you want the complete bundle with the panels, remember, then you can still get the whole shebang for $71.99. $71.99. Lots of people have been doing that today. Very, very popular when it launched. If you did see the show with Delphine, we are really, really lucky to have any of it today. Okay, now, otherwise, we'd love to show you Elliot, but we've got how many minutes? 3 minutes. Oh no! And we've got so many bundles. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. Cat's tails. I've not seen any of this fabric. And again, it's not novelty cat. It's really fun. Love all of these. Oh, I've seen that one before. I've not seen any of the others. Have you? £52.99 for 3.5 meters. Should we quickly show you the whole collection? Like literally 20 seconds on each. Are you ready? Hello, John Scott. I look radiant. Elliot's just said I look haggard, John. That's it. Elliot's done for now. John, have you started to watch Married at First Sight yet? I need someone to watch it with me. Right, $7.49. Cat's tails. I absolutely love this. What is he doing? Look at him. This is so much fun, isn't it? Oh, see, you could fussy cut these and applique them onto T-shirts or bags or things. Look how proud they are that they've caught all the fish. Oh, these are amazing. Do you know when I said that we've got to spend 20 seconds on each? Can we just spend a couple of seconds more? Because look. Elliot, who always looks haggard. I do. No, he's just... Oh, I think he's saying Elliot. Yeah, I know. Well, Sue wants to see him on air. So we're going to get Elliot on air in the 11 o'clock show. Oh, honestly, we could spend a whole hour just talking about these fabrics. I'm so sorry that we're rushing you. We've literally got minutes. This one, I think, is my favourite. On the bicycles. Has anybody ever been on one of these bicycles before? A tandem. Is it really difficult to do? Oh, look. They look like a bride and groom and a little mouse as well. Or the little cat with his jumper on. Oh, these are drawings, by the way, from Tula Pink's tattoo artist. Is her name Rachel? Rachel, Hauer. It's called Bicycle Race. This is so cool, isn't it? It is very, very arty indeed. I love the detail though. Can you see all of the little tins? So cool. Yeah? Ah. All right, we need to have this in our next show, Kat, so we can spend a bit more time talking about this. I just want to quickly show you the prints. Everything that we haven't had chance to do this hour will be on the website, don't worry. Everything that we've had. This has got a really beautiful colour. This is called Magnolia Garden. I can see this for soft furnishing, actually. I can see this for cushions, you know, like the seat cushion that Delphine's done. Oh, it was John that said, oh, how are you, John, anyway? How are you? Terry said, Elliot obviously needs to get glasses. Thank you, Terry. You're a young, expectant mom and you look fabulous. Lorraine said, morning, Vicky, you look amazing. He says, please, will you tell everybody that I was joking when I said you look haggard, Vic? I sensed the tone. There didn't seem much comedy in the tone. Okay. Sorry that we're whizzing through these. Sorry. Right. We've also got the balls of yarn. This is lovely. Oh, by the way, I must say, and I will remind you later, but whilst I remember now, well, let's face it, if any of us got plans today, if you've got any anything that you want to do this afternoon, just push it back a couple of hours, because there's a lovely demonstrator. Her name's Nadia, who's on Jewellery Maker this afternoon, and they're doing macrame, really amazing macrame wall hangings. It just reminded me seeing the yarn, and she's a brilliant teacher, and it's on from 1 o'clock, so stay all day today with Yarn Lane and then Jewellery Maker, because I've got a feeling lots of our viewers will really enjoy that show as well. £7, 49.5 metre. We've also got this one. Now this is the fisherman one again, but it's sort of is it called sepia? There you go, sepia. It says it on the graphics. More drawings. It doesn't look as it's not as obvious, is it? Do you know what I mean? This would be a really nice bag actually. It's a bit more subtle. Oh, the yarn fabric would be fab for Becky's knit wrap. Absolutely. Yes, it would, Alison. I wonder if there are any of those kits on the website still for Becky's knit wrap, because it completely sold out when we had it. We'll have to get some more of those. Alison, we are so excited to see you tomorrow. We are so excited to have you back. Okay. Oh, Sue's loving the bants. Oh yeah, it's all bants, isn't it, when you're being called haggard? No, I am only joking. 2 more from this range. 2 more. Again, this is really subtle, but look at how cool this is. The fishing net, the bicycle, the mouse, the fishing rod, the yarn, the little mice, they're so cute. The little tins of tuna. I don't know why I said that in an American accent. I'm so sorry that we are running over slightly. Emma will get her full hour, don't you worry. The attic window quilts are brilliant. Brilliant. Already selling on pre-order if you're just tuning in. And then the last one, before we get Emma on, is the reeds, the pond. Pond reeds. Look at little frogs. Who was it that was saying, there was a lady who messaged in saying that I don't know if it was their child or it was them when they were little, used to collect frogs in there. We were talking about going out with Catherine Wright when we were saying, right, what do you collect on walks? Do you collect like shells or stones or twigs and things? And she said that someone got home and realised they had a frog in their pocket. Okay, we aren't going to have any time to do the other bundles. The Bursting Sunsets and the Fallen Leaves, Graceful Gardens in cream, and your Barley Pops are all on the website. They're all going on the website now, so don't worry, you won't miss those. Have a look and check out. Over the next couple of minutes, have a look as well at the kits that we've got coming up. 2 gorgeous kits with Emma Bradford, which we're about to launch, so do not go anywhere. We're back in just a couple of minutes.
Hi there, my name's Alison Marion and I'm thrilled to be joining the Sewing Street family. I live in Staffordshire where I run a couple of sewing groups, and I have a passion for vintage sewing machines and also applique. I've stitched in some form for as long as I can remember, but I absolutely love teaching and helping people stretch their skills and hopefully demystifying some of the techniques that can be quite daunting for beginners. So I'm looking forward to meeting the team and getting into the studio. See you soon.
In need of a crafting fix? There are so many ways you can watch Sewing Street and Yarn Lane. Sewing Street is live from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. every day on Freeview 72 and Sky 670. Alternatively, if you want to watch us on a tablet or on the move, you can tune in on our YouTube channel, the Sewing Street app, or the websites at www.sewingstreet.com and www.yarnlane.com. You can watch past shows on Sky 670 from 1 p.m. every day, as well as our YouTube channel, the app, and our website. Yarn Lane is on from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Visit our programme guide to find out when and what's on. So you never have to spend a minute without us.
Have you heard about all of the different ways you can shop with Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? You can either shop on our websites, sewingstreet.com and yarnlane.com. You can also order by phone by calling our friendly UK customer service team. For Sewing Street, call 0800 001 4433, and for Yarn Lane, call 0800 4700 600. And don't forget about the Sewing Street app. Here you can shop all of the Sewing Street products as well as watch the live shows from anywhere. You can download the app onto your smartphone or your tablet by simply searching Sewing Street in your app store. And one final thing, no matter how many times you check out on Sewing Street or Yarn Lane in one day, you will only pay one postage and packaging. Happy shopping!
Stuck for ideas for the perfect gift? Why not get them a gift card? You can buy Sewing Street and Yarn Lane gift cards loaded up with anything from £10 to £500. Shop our gift cards online at www.sewingstreet.com or www.yarnlane.com, or purchase them via our UK call centre on 0800 001 44 33.
Hello, welcome back. We're having a lovely morning so far. It's so nice to be back. It feels really, really lovely to be out the house for one, but just back with you all. So thank you for all of your messages. Right, this hour, it's going to fly. I just really hope that everybody who wants this bundle is there nice and early, because don't wait for the end of the demo. Already flying out on pre-order, and I'm not surprised. Now, the two bundles that we've got are exactly the same fabrics. The only difference is the picture or the outlook of the window. So we'll start with the one that's on the wall behind. It's amazing the quality of the printing of this, you know, because it looks literally like you are looking at the window. It's like a photograph. It is a photograph. It's absolutely beautiful. The sky is glorious. Look at this. I just love the fact you've got your buttercups. What are these called that you make your wishes with? Dandelions. You've got your dandelions. You've got your beautiful trees. Just look at that. It's such a beautiful panel. Exclusive to us at Sewing Street. I mean, it's up to you how you want to use this. But the attic window technique is really clever, isn't it? It's really, really clever when you see it on the wall. And once you've learnt it, of course, you can apply it to any panels at the same size, obviously. So it's absolutely brilliant. You have your exclusive field of dandelions, which we love, absolutely love. And you can make, with the finished bundle, the quilt that we're about to show you, it is so gorgeous. Yeah, this is what it looks like. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing? So, not only do you get that gorgeous panel, you also have everything that you need to be able to create the window frame. So you have these, which we'll start with actually. These are your two long quarters. It's not very often that we see long quarters. So when we talk about fat quarters, you think of 1/2 metre, it's cut in half, that's a fat quarter. This is 1/2 metre that has been cut this way, 1/2 metre that way, long quarters, which is this one, so you get your full width. it's just, sorry, it's $29.99, which I'll talk about the price in a second. But you have your blue and you also have ivory. So your full width of a fat quarter, but half of it, if that makes sense. It's the first time I've seen long quarters. We never ever have them in kits, do we? So that is what you need. That is what you need. So Emma's asked the warehouse to cut these ready to go. So you've got the blue and you've got the cream. You've then also got 1/2 metre of amethyst and 2 metres of tan for your border. So that's to make your border, and the purple's to make your lovely flowers in the corners. Now, this came in at $39.99, and I have no idea what's happened between us getting, I mean, literally last night, it was still $39.99 as far as we were aware. And we've come in today, we've put the graphics in, and it says $29.99. So we're not going to argue or question it, but we have no idea why it's actually £10 lower than where we had been told before. Sarah's messaged in saying, I've made Emma's attic window and it's simply stunning. It goes together really quickly when you've mastered Y seams. And don't worry about Y seams. I hadn't mentioned them yet because I don't want to put anybody off, especially as we are going to demystify them with Emma. So anybody who's heard of Y seams and thought, nah, I'm avoiding anything with Y seams, please don't avoid this because we're going to conquer it together. And that's a lovely, lovely message of confidence as well. Plus, in your bundle, you get Emma's instructions and Emma's pattern. So you know you're in safe hands. You are in safe hands. $29.99. Plus, you'll be able to have, you will be able to have this hour to watch back when you get your bundle home on YouTube. So the other bundle that we have is exactly the same fabric. So you still have your border, you still have your amethyst, you still have your 2 long quarters, you still have your instructions, but this time the only difference is you have the thistle background, which is the one that Emma's going to be working with. Now, I told you from the photograph it's going to be beautiful, but look at this. Isn't it amazing? I tell you what, I want to go to this place, wherever it is. I need to find out because I would love to see that. It's amazing. Imagine having that on your wall. It would just instantly make you feel so much better. And I love those thistles. It must be somewhere in Scotland. Peak District. Peak District. Why did you laugh? Thistles are you get thistles like that in Scotland, don't you? Yeah. What? You have them in your front garden in Redditch? Maybe this is Elliot's. Elliot's Valley. It's lovely, isn't it? Okay. Just so you know, as predicted, there are a lot of people that want this. There's more of you that have got this in your basket than there are available. Just look at that. $29.99. I have no idea what's happened with the prices. Kat's actually a bit concerned that it could be a glitch because on her sort of schedule it still says $39.99, but the graphics and the website say $29.99. So whether it be human error or whether it be a bit of a glitch, make the most of it because they will go. They will all sell out. Don't forget, you also have in there your instructions and you have 2 meters of tan, 1/2 metre of amethyst and 2 long quarters in blue and cream. Oh, absolutely. Love it, love it, love it. And I think the amethyst is really going to complement the colours with the thistles. It's going to really tie in beautifully together. It's only $29.99. Now, if you do want the pattern on its own, if you've got any other panels that you want to use to create this effect, then of course we have also got the pattern available today on its own. And it's just £9.99. Lots of you have already checked out on this on the website, but extremely thorough. Watch back today's show as well because we are going to talk through Y seams. It does have how to conquer your Y seams in here, but I know that we're going to do a couple of different ways today. Plus your construction, your quilt and block layout, and also how to do the lovely flowers in the corner as well. Just £9.99. Any of the templates that you need are also included, which is fantastic. And they are to size. Okay. Emma, you look amazing.
Oh,
How are you?
Thank you. I'm good.
Jolly good. Lovely to be back with you.
Yes.
We just said as Emma walked in, your dress is gorgeous.
Oh.
Made it.
Thank you.
Made it.
Yeah.
What pattern is that?
It is actually, it's a vintage Vogue one that I managed to get. I'm adjusted it a little bit. It's supposed to have like those really long cuff sleeves from the 70s, but it was a bit too much. So
oh, it looks really nice.
Thank you. Yeah.
And I must say, your attic window quilt, whenever we bring it in, it's always very popular. But the panels
I love
today,
these. Yes.
oh, perfect for
And
spring.
it's so needed because I don't know if you've had the snow.
Yeah.
Oh, so needed this.
Oh, it
this
cheers
week.
you up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does really cheer you up looking at that. The blue sky and the one that you're working with, the thistles, is really lovely.
But and at bargain, you could get both
Yeah,
at that price.
absolutely.
Oh my gosh, yeah, what a bargain.
And well, they're big quilts for $29.99, aren't
yeah,
they?
so you could have it as a wall hanging, so it's quite a large wall hanging, but you could also use it as like a single bed size.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, you should have one in the gallery, actually. It's all dark in the gallery, no windows. This would be lovely to
yeah,
hang in the
definitely.
gallery.
When it's done, hang it up there.
Amazing. Right, so I briefly mentioned, we did have a message earlier about the Y seams.
Oh,
so we
yes.
are going to talk about Y seams. Oh, also, we've had a message come in. Oh, again. Hi, Nora. Nora said, morning, Vicky. I've got them both. Brilliant.
Oh, yay. Yes.
Said, look forward
You'll
to
love
Emma
them.
showing us what to do. Take care from Nora. That's exactly what we're going to do. Don't worry about the Y seams.
Yep, don't worry.
Why is it, do you think, that people, why? Is it you
Why?
think that people are scared of Y
It's a
seams?
slightly different technique, and you do have to be fairly accurate with them,
Okay.
otherwise they don't quite work. But they are not nearly as scary as people, think, oh, that's going to be quite tricky. But they're really not. Especially once you've done 12 of them,
Yeah.
you'll get them down pat.
Where are the Y seams on your quilt then?
The Y seam is where the white and the blue join.
Ah.
So you can see, really, each block is made up. So if you think of the window pane as a block, it's 3 pieces of fabric. So you've got your window, and then your panel, and then your 2 pieces of sashing, which join here. So you've got a seam here, and just one down the middle. And it's where these join that makes the Y shape, that makes it the Y seam.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there is a description of how you do it in your
Yes.
instructions,
There
but you're
are.
also going to show a different way.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
And there are, I've done it before, so there are a couple of actually videos on YouTube as
great.
well, where I've done exactly the same pattern, just with different fabrics.
Fab. All right.
yeah.
So where do we start?
Start with cutting the panel. Now, be careful with the panels because they are exactly 75 centimetres wide. So you're going to need to make sure you cut them into even 25 centimetre widths.
Okay.
You've got a little bit of maybe a centimetre or 2 leeway lengthways, but your width is spot on.
Okay.
So cut that out first. And what I do when I fold it up, I've pre-cut this one, but the last time I think I was on, I showed folding it up and cutting. So I use the centimetre side of my mat
Yeah.
and cut it out using that.
Okay.
So I just line it up with the lines on my mat and use the actual measurements on my mat. Once you've got all that cut, next thing to do is these aren't so bad.
Yes.
Some fabric, it's a bit of a jigsaw puzzle putting your panels back together. So it can be a good idea to number them so you can keep track of where everything goes.
Yeah.
But these are actually quite nice. It's quite
Especially
obvious.
with the bottom ones, it's a bit more difficult to know.
It is. So
I suppose
if
they're
you're
bigger at the bottom, aren't they? It's
a little-
closer to the camera.
yes, and maybe the sky a little bit. So if you get a little bit discombobulated with where they need to go, label them.
Label them.
Yeah, basically, definitely.
Okay.
Right. So once you've got to this point, you've got some decisions to make. So one is which side you want your Y seam to be, and which colour you want to go where.
Okay.
So I've done my Y seams to the right-hand side for this one.
Yeah.
I think last time I did it on the left-hand side. In the instructions, I think it's also on the left-hand side, but it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's which way you want it to go, basically. And the same with the lighter and the darker. So I did the lighter one, so the white on the bottom of the windowsill, so it looks more like the light is coming from the top.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. For this one, I'm actually going to switch it around. So I've switched the side. I'll put it up
Oh, we'll
against.
see if it makes a difference, because
Yeah,
that's what's really clever, is you want to be able to get that optical effect of the three-dimensional.
Yeah. So you can play around whichever way you think looks best. So for this one, I've put the Y seam on the other side and I've switched the colours.
Yeah.
So it looks more like the light's coming from the side.
But it still works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works either way. It's just you can personalise it to how you want it.
And so you need these long quarters to do that. I've not worked with long quarters before.
It's easier. So the long quarters are for your blue and your white sashing.
Yeah.
The reason I've had them cut into long quarters is that you can get a whole width of the fabric.
Yeah.
So you can possibly get more bits of sashing out of it than you could from a fat quarter, just to make sure.
Yeah.
Because if you cut your strips from a fat quarter, there might be a little bit of waste, whereas I cut them from a long quarter to begin with, so you've got a longer strip to work with, a little bit more.
Oh, brilliant.
Basically, yeah. They also call it a skinny quarter as opposed to a fat quarter.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many. It gets a bit confusing, doesn't it, at the start? But yeah.
Yeah.
That's good that you've already worked it out for us of what we need.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Once you've got to that, next step is you're going to mark a dot on the corner where your Y seam is going to go.
Okay.
So it'll be at the bottom, either on the right hand side or on the left hand side, but on the opposite side of the fabric, so on the wrong side.
Viv said, could you take a picture before on your phone
Yes.
in case?
Yes, definitely. Take a picture of your panel, and then also what I recommend is once you've cut it all up, recreate it out and take another picture, and or at that point you can also label. Oh, bless you, thank you. Label all your numbers, so however
Okay.
you want to keep track of it, basically.
Yeah, good question, Viv.
Yeah.
Lorraine said it's lovely to see you, Emma.
Oh,
and
thank
asked,
you,
did
Lorraine.
Mikey bring you?
No, Mikey, he got up with me, but I think he probably went back to bed or went back to playing video games. So yeah, no, I'm on my own. Yeah, I was trying to get Mikey to come so he could talk to Elliot about baseball. but-
Oh. Have you had lots of snow?
Yes. Yeah, our driveway, because it's north facing, is actually still icy. I've got to probably put some salt down or something.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
it's
It was
really cold,
awful,
isn't it?
awful. Right, so what I've done there, I've put my dot. So I have these sort of 1/2 inch rulers, which are really handy
Oh, nice.
because it's got a way of marking out 1/4 inch. So you're going to want to measure 1/4 inch in for your seam allowance and 1/4 inch up for your seam allowance. So that dot will indicate where your seams are all going to join up, basically.
Ah.
I'll do the same on this one.
Tell you what, the Creative Grid seam guide would be good for that, wouldn't it?
There we go. Yeah, that's right. Wait, is that right? No, that's not right. It's this side. See, that's how it can happen as well. You've got to make sure you've got it on the correct side. We just rub that out. There we go. It's confusing because even though I want it to be on this corner, when you flip it over, obviously, it's the other one. So the way that I've got the instructions is you'll cut your sashing to size, whichever way you want to do it. Make sure you keep them consistent because your sashing on the bottom is going to be shorter than your sashing on the side. So mine is this way. And then I've already cut the 45-degree angle at the end of my sashing. So the way I did that was on my inch side of my mat.
Oh, there's angles, isn't
Yeah,
there?
yeah. I just lined it up and then there's an angle that you can, so there's 45-degree angles. Or if you don't have it on your mat, very often your rulers will have a 45-degree angle. Now these are plain fabrics, so it's a lot easier. It doesn't matter which way the fabric goes, so you can just cut them all the same. But if you're working with, if you want to use a pattern for patterned fabrics where the sashing is, make sure that you're cutting them the correct way because you're going to want them going in opposite directions when they go together. So if I put it like this, if this was a patterned fabric, you'd want to make sure that your side ones go one way and then your bottom ones go the other. Otherwise, they won't fit together.
Okay.
Right. Do this one first. So now, I'm also going to mark the same dot on my sashing. So it's 1/4 inch in and 1/4 inch up. Now because I've got that angle, it's a little bit, it looks a little bit further from the edge.
Okay.
But that's correct. That's the way it's supposed to be. And here. And I'm going to match all those dots up. Pins. Pin through that dot. Can you see okay?
Yeah, we can see
Good.
perfectly.
Good, good, good. Pin through that dot. There we go. And then just line that edge up. There we go. Now I'm going to start sewing at that dot.
Okay, and where are you sewing to? So you start sewing, just show us again, Emma. You start sewing where?
I'm going to start sewing at the dot. So I'm
Yeah.
going to put my needle straight through that dot.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go all the way to the end.
Right.
And sew over. You want to leave this bit open.
Ah, yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't turn my... There we go. Plug wasn't on.
Is it important to have an accurate 1/4 inch?
It's more important that your seam allowance on your sewing machine is the actual same.
Okay, so consistent.
Yes. So wherever your 1/4 inch, you mark your 1/4 inch, that is basically going to be your seam allowance. So you want to make sure that it matches up with what your machine is actually outputting.
Ah, I'm with you.
See what I mean? Otherwise, you can mark the dot, and if your seam allowance, if your machine isn't actually sewing it at that point, then it's not going to work very well.
So you put your needle down literally in that dot.
In that dot.
So you don't want to do a reverse, I bet. You just want to go straight on.
You can go straight. So if you've got a machine that does a lock stitch, I would do a lock stitch to
Okay.
start off with. If you don't, then I would sew forwards a couple of stitches and maybe go back 1 or 2, but not go further back past that dot.
Okay.
If you do go past the dot and you've done the backwards and forwards, it's not the end of the world because you can always use your jack to just undo that 1 stitch.
Okay.
And it will still stay nice.
That's the seam ripper, by the way.
Oh yes. Jack the Ripper.
We're in single figures for the Thistle bundle, just so you know. If you do want the instructions on their own, you can get them at £9.99 and you can use your own panels. So it just needs to be the same size panel, doesn't it? We've seen quite a few of them. On the
Yes.
show.
Same size panel, or you can also get panel fabric that is sort of sold by the meter.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. But the design runs from selvage to selvage, so
Right.
that will work as well. Let's see, oh, that's the wrong side. There we go. So you can see it's all sewn, but that is still open right there. Now I'm going to repeat that on this side. So I wouldn't press it until you've done attaching everything. Oh, and one thing I would recommend, especially because these are obviously printed panels, whenever you do the pressing, press the fabrics from the wrong side.
Okay.
Blast your blocks from the wrong side. Just
Why is that?
Only because it might be a chance of transferring the print from the panel onto your iron. You know, like when you iron a t-shirt that has a printed design on it. Yes. So
Okay.
if you iron it from the back, it's absolutely fine.
Oh, Wendy. Hi, Wendy Orlando.
Oh, hi.
She's put, good morning, ladies. She says, I'm getting my
Morning.
Vicks fix.
Aww.
She says, how quick is time going? I know. It's a strange thing at the moment, isn't it, time? Because normally you have things that you say, oh, I did this and did this and did this. So it feels like it's gone really, really quick, but also
We haven't done much.
really slow. It's so
Yeah.
strange. But yeah, I
Yeah.
know what you mean. It is going quick. She says the next time, I'm sure that the next time we actually work together, you'll have a gorgeous bundle of joy. Oh no, how scary is that? She says, I love making these attic windows. She said they make fab artwork.
Oh,
They
yes.
really brighten anyone's day and bring the outside in. Loving
Yes.
the demos.
Oh, thank you.
They just make smile, don't they?
They do, and like you said, especially now, well, especially in the winter, you can't get out. So a lot of people can't get out.
Yeah.
Some people can, but even if you can, like, I haven't really wanted to this week.
Oh no! I
It's
literally
way
set out
too
to go on a
cold.
walk yesterday and then went, oh no, it's
No.
too cold. Well, you got a dog, haven't you? So you have to go dog walking every day, Elliot.
Yeah, my mum has. Yeah, I was just about to say, my mum's got 3, and they don't. Sometimes she goes out twice a day.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
it's been very cold.
Right. So you have to be careful on this bit, not to go past the dot.
So you're literally doing stitch by stitch.
Yes. I'm just going to do the lock stitch at the end. There we go. There, so at this point you can see nothing is stitched together
Yeah.
right at the end. And then to stitch across the diagonal, to make it easier, I line up, I fold it in half, kind of like a handkerchief, and then line up both of those raw edges, and you will see it will naturally, the angle will naturally line up
Oh,
where it
okay.
needs to.
Is this the way that you've explained it in your instructions?
This is the way I explained it in the instructions. Now I'm going to, as soon as I've stitched this down, I'll show you. There is a different way, which some people might find a lot easier,
Okay.
which doesn't involve pre-cutting the angle. There we go.
Oh, great idea. Oh, Carolyn said, yeah, I got both. She says they're going to hang in my camper van as headboards when we can take it out.
Oh, nice.
Plenty of time to make these. Oh, fingers crossed. We're going to be able to go on a nice little staycation soon in your camper
Yep.
van. But
Nice.
these would be really lovely. Absolutely. Good idea. Alison Marion says, Emma's demos are fab.
Aw,
I've
thank
never
you.
done an attic window, but must give it a go now seeing this. What else were you going to say, Alison? Here we go. Was -10 here in Staffordshire mornings last
Ooh.
night. Oh my word. Kat said, I thought I was cold in bed last night. No, it was -10.
Wow. Wow. That's, yeah. So there we go. So that's the one. And you'll see the way that I've had you cut the sashing, and this is to size, they will overlap a little bit. So you will just need to trim those down. But that's just to ensure that you've got plenty of fabric to work with when you're doing those attic windows. That's one way. The second way is no dots marked, no angles cut, but I'm going to, I've still got my dot on the back side, so I'm going to line up my strip with the edge so that there'll also be no trimming once it's all done. Just put a pin there. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to start stitching at the dot and go all the way to the end. Let's do a little. There we go.
Oh, thank you for your messages, by the way. We had clocked, well, we have clocked now, that these ones that I've got here are cut wrong.
Okay.
But they will be cut
I did
to
wonder.
the right size that you
Okay.
need.
Okay.
When I sort of said you get the full width, I was thinking, this isn't the full width though, is it?
No, that
I was waiting for me to sort of
That's a fat
be
8.
told. Right. It won't work with fat 8s, will it?
No,
Okay.
you won't have enough
You
fabric.
will we will definitely make sure, don't worry, we've told the management and the warehouse are going to make sure that they're cutting all long quarters.
Yes, so it should be double that size.
So it will be double. It will
Yeah.
carry on the full width of fabric.
So it'll be the same width, only longer.
Okay, I'm with
So
you.
same 25 centimetres wide, but with the full width of fabric.
With you.
Yeah.
Brilliant. You will get 2 long quarters, 2 meters of tan, 1/2 meter of amethyst, and your instructions, plus your panel, of course, all for still $29.99.
Bargain.
We were just trying to figure out with the warehouse team and our management to see what the solution was, but don't worry, you'll definitely get it.
Yeah.
Oh, how's Kerry? Is she still pregnant? Kerry in Cumbria. Oh, she's just said loving this attic window. 2 days till D-Day. Wasn't it last time you were here that we had a message in?
Possibly.
Oh, do you remember us talking about Kerry? Kerry's well, she's due to give birth in 2 days.
Oh my God.
She says, I can't think of a better way to pass the time by watching my favourite show.
Oh,
good. How are you feeling? Oh, please keep us in the loop, Kerry.
Yes. Definitely.
Jean's messaged in as well. Good morning, Vic. And Emma managed to get both attic windows.
Oh, well done.
From Sandy and Jean in Dundee. Thank you for your message. Oh, I'm pleased you got both. They're so lovely, aren't they? The panels are gorgeous.
There we go. Oh, back. Okay. Right, so that's what you end up with. Same situation where it's not stitched in the middle. Still gonna do my fold over. Oh wait, this way. There we go, nice and lined up. That's all nice and lined up. Now for this one, you are going to mark a diagonal line.
Okay.
So make sure I got it going the right way. Yes, that way. So I am lining up my 45-degree angle line on the ruler with the edge of my block where I've done my sashing, and this part I am lining up the stitch edge basically of my dot. I'm just going to draw that across. Then you're just going to sew right across that line. Put that in so it stays in place.
Oh, Terry, I'm so happy for you. Morning, everybody. Just got back from having my jab.
Oh, yay!
Brilliant.
Well done.
Suzanne's messaging as well. Lots of lovely messages. Love making attic windows, but where can I buy more country panels? Perhaps with cows and sheep.
Oh.
We'll have to look into it.
Yeah. But I would be careful using cows and sheep on an attic window.
Because you're going to lose half the cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have a really long cow.
It's very difficult when you've got any animals or people in it to make attic window, because if you had somebody's face or a cow here, it would still be the same sort of cow size, but then it would be extra long.
Yeah.
Like it was an extra long cow or an extra tall cow.
If you have got a panel you want to use though, you can see your side graphics for your instructions on their own.
Yep. There we go.
What's the finished size of the quilt? Do we know?
Yes. It should have it.
Was it Rosemary just wanting, the overall size 55 inches by 71.5.
Perfect.
That's with the border. Who's that, sorry? Rosemary, because Rosemary's asking about making it as a blind.
Oh, yes.
That's really nice.
That
At
would be
night,
nice.
roll it down and then
Yeah,
you've got
yeah,
this
yeah.
picture. That would look really nice.
Yeah, so you could just do the attic window part and use the extra fabric and the amethyst for something else.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, good idea. Love that idea, Rosemary. We're about to sell out the thistle, just so you know. The graphics are coming out for it, but there's literally a couple available. If you want the dandelions, the Springfield, that is now your main graphics, the one that's behind Emma.
There we go. And that's the other way of doing it. If you're not sure about doing it that way.
Oh, see, that's such a crisp edge as well, isn't
Yeah.
it? And that's quick, isn't it?
It is quick and there's less marking. And if you're a little bit unsure about sewing across the bias and it being so close, you know, you can just do that instead.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So that's 2 ways of the attic windows. Now
There we
once you've
go.
got those done.
Demystified the Y seams.
Yes.
And you'll be a master at them because you have to do them 12 times.
You do have to do them 12 times. And you'll find that you actually sort of enjoy them. So
Yeah.
I actually like to do, you can do a really simple but effective block just using stripy fabric and 4 Y seams to make a block. So
Oh,
you've got
nice.
stripes that go in a
Yeah.
square.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so easy, so easy. So let me think, this one goes here. So then you need to add your window sashing in between. The way I did it is I did my short sashing on the vertical. Yeah. Or no, horizontal.
Horizontal.
That's it. I'm thinking vertical strip, but it's horizontal. So you'll end up with three strips that look like this, basically, of your attic window.
Okay.
I'll finish this up and then I'll hang it up so you can see.
So you're putting them together in columns as opposed to
Yes,
rows.
that's right.
Okay. It is such a great technique to learn because it looks so effective, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. It's really clever.
And you can also, I mean, even if you didn't have a panel or panel type fabric, my mum's made one. She had some really pretty, it was smaller, I will say, really pretty bird fabric.
Oh, lovely.
And so she had a bird in each window instead. Yeah,
Oh, so
I mean,
it
it's
doesn't
much
need
smaller.
to be a photograph
No.
panel. Yeah.
So you can do it all sorts of different ways.
Even the fabrics that I've seen on the website now that would work with it. Mm-hmm. It's worth having a good look through, isn't it?
Or another thing you can do, if you can print pictures onto fabric, your own pictures, you could have a family member in each window.
Oh, I love that. That's a really good idea. Oh, yeah, I like that. We had some of the fabric. We had some of that, didn't we, for an early bird, some of the transfer paper that you can transfer onto your fabric as an early bird a few weeks ago.
So as Kaylee has grown up, I've got...
Kaylee's your daughter.
My daughter, yeah. I had an idea of at one point having, I'd seen it before, somebody had like in their hallway, like a picture, each of their school pictures, like through the years, to
great.
the other one. But I didn't manage to get that. But they all are in the same frame. So it used to be when I used to put the new picture in,
Yeah.
I could look through all the old ones as well, because they're
Oh,
all
yeah.
in the same picture frame,
Yeah.
just in front of each other. But wouldn't it be cool to have it from, young all the way? You could have at least 12 years.
Oh, that would be such a good idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, see, this is looking
Yeah.
gorgeous, isn't it? And
It is.
like you said, it still works if you, like you said, with the springtime, it was the sun
Oh,
reflecting
yes.
down, whereas this one, the light's in a different
Different
place,
way,
isn't it?
yeah. So either way it works for you, it's just which way you want best, basically. Yeah.
Looks amazing. Right, so you've also got the flowers,
The
haven't
flowers,
you?
yes, which in the pattern are leaves, but I've just omitted putting the stem on them
Okay.
to make them look like flowers. So I'm going to have a little bit of cutting to do, because bear with me, because I think I forgot.
No, it's all good.
I
Hi,
forgot
Tim.
all my pre-cuts in the green room.
Oh, do you want us to get them, or are you okay?
I'll be okay. Let's see. Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe if somebody could grab them, because then it'll be quicker. Then I can just show you the next
The little pre-cuts, are they in the same colour, the purples and
purple. They should be on the table. I thought I put them on top of the. Thank you, thank you.
It's all good. Well, lovely start to the weekend. Great demos. And the ever sparkling Vicks. You were a breath of
Yes.
fresh air. Oh, thank you. I don't feel it. I honestly feel a bit, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's ever since Elliot called me haggard at 8
Oh,
o'clock
bless
this
you.
morning
Thank you
that
so
I'm
much.
thinking, oh, yeah, maybe I am looking
Oh
a bit
no,
weary.
no.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Right.
Oh, Derek says a Zoom window quilt, a Zoom one. So imagine like having,
yes.
yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh yeah, that is a really good idea. Yeah. And you make one of them a cat, right?
Did you see that?
I didn't see the video. I've just seen the stories of it. But,
Oh, it's so funny.
that would be so funny and mortifying at the same time.
Oh, it is good. It is good.
Right. So for the leaf, I'm just going to put all my bits out where they ought to go, so I can orientate myself.
Have you seen the council meeting one?
No.
No. Oh, what's her name? Carol. Is it Carol Weaveley or something? Right. Somebody message in, because someone who's watching is bound to have seen this. It went really viral. It was on all of the news. It was just a really funny. Jackie Weaver. That's it.
Oh.
Jackie Weaver. You need to watch this video.
Okay, I'll have to watch it.
It's really funny. We've had a message from Karen.
Oh, hi, Karen.
Morning, Vix and Emma. Got the thistle one. My first
Ooh.
attempt
Oh.
at any type of quilt or patchwork. Great
Oh.
demo. Wish me luck.
Yes.
Go for it.
Yeah, well done.
Note down today's date, because then you can
Oh, yes, go
watch
back to-
step
yes.
by step.
Today's date, I think whatever the date the last time I was on as well.
Okay.
Plus, there is also, I did, I think it was, well, it was one of the demonstrations on Sewing Quarter, but like the last, when it was just demonstrations
Oh, yeah.
rather than anything else.
Yeah.
There is a really, well, it's a whole hour, so
Yeah.
it was a really sort of in-depth
Oh, okay.
demonstration on how to do all the
Oh,
epic
so that
windows.
should
and
still be
everything.
on YouTube.
Yeah, that'll
Oh,
be on
brilliant.
YouTube.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You'll find lots of videos of Emma demonstrating. Right, so what are you doing? Because it looks like you're doing some sort of jigsaw puzzle here.
Yeah, I'm just laying all my pieces out so that I can make sure that I'm doing everything in the correct orientation. There we go. So, you're going to have a set of rectangles and squares to make all of these shapes. So these shapes. So that's what it starts out with, is a rectangle of purple and a square of the tan to get that. And it's kind of like almost a half, well it is almost a half flying geese block.
Right, okay.
So instead of putting both triangles on the flying geese, you've got half of one.
And do you do 4 in each corner? You've got enough fabric to be able to
Yes.
do 4?
Yeah. You got plenty of fabric
Amazing.
to do that. And you can do more if you wanted to. You could do, actually you might have enough fabric to do more of the flowers if you wanted.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So let's see. Go like this. Okay. So one thing is important, you make sure, see how I've lined up my lines going opposite directions? That
Okay.
is one thing you have to make sure. So you should have 3 of each.
Right.
Don't do them all the same way, otherwise it won't work. So I've got 3 rectangles and squares going opposite directions.
Right.
Right. Oh, no, that was wrong. That must go that way, because I've got to have 3 of each. There we go, like that.
And in the instructions, it'll tell you what sizes they all need to be.
Yeah, it's all in the instructions.
Okay.
All you do, the mark line that you make is your sew line.
Okay.
So make sure you sew directly on that, not a 1/4 of an inch either side, like sometimes you have to do.
Oh, so that is your sew line. Yeah, because when you're
Yeah.
doing half square triangles, that line would be my cutting line, and
Yeah.
I'll sew 1/4 of an inch either side. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's our sew line this time.
Yeah.
You could do your leaves in different colours as well. You could use from your
yeah, yeah.
stash, couldn't you? Pick
You
out some of
could.
the colours from the panel.
Because they look really effective if you do sort of this one, a different colour to the rest, or the tip a different colour.
Yeah,
You
good
can
idea.
Yeah, I love that leaf pattern. It's one of my favourites.
Well, once you know how to do that, you could use that for all sorts,
Yes.
couldn't you? For cushions and, yeah, absolutely, table runners.
Yeah. I've actually used that block in a quilt with a black background. So all the background was black, and all the leaves were changing from yellow to orange to red to purple.
What about with the snippets range from earlier? Yeah, the ombre fabrics
Yeah.
we had. Yes. We're down to single figures
Wow.
for the spring field as well, the one that's behind Emma. Loads loads of messages this morning. It's so lovely to have your company. Mandy has said, my very first quilt was an attic window, inspired by Emma's demo back on Sewing Quarter.
Oh, yay.
Oh, there you go. So the lady who messaged in saying, right, this is my first quilt, wish me luck. There you go. So it is a brilliant one. I think a lot of people get a bit scared of the Y seams, but actually we've sort of gone through everything, the most difficult part of it, haven't we?
Yeah.
Even Elliot's just said, do you know what? It's not that daunting. We can do it now.
Yeah. It's just, you just have to remember that dot is your stop.
Okay.
Don't go past that dot. Yeah, exactly. So, I've just cut off my extra. Make sure when you're cutting off your extra, you're cutting it off from the correct side.
Right.
So don't cut into your actual leaf, limb, if you want to call it that. There we go. So you'll end up with 6 of these altogether, all going differently. I'll leave those as it is, just thinking about the time, because your tip you will do differently, and I do want to show that.
Yeah, don't worry, we're fine for time.
Oh, okay, cool. So I might get to do a bit more of those. So your tip, the template, you actually have to use that to draw it out. Now normally I would do this over some fine grit sandpaper.
Why?
Because it grips the fabric.
Ah, do you know some of the books? I haven't got one to hand here, but do you know some of the pressing, cutting boards?
Yeah, the multi-mats.
You've got one of the multi-mats, haven't you?
Yeah,
And
I
they've
love
got
it.
sandpaper in.
Yeah, I did talk to Jess about that, for another project, like getting some in.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, because I love them.
So which is the tip? Is the large pointy part?
Yes.
Okay.
So I've just used template plastic. You can use cardboard or anything to actually just transfer the templates, and the templates are to size in the instructions.
Do I need to add seam allowance or anything?
No, it includes a seam allowance.
Okay.
So you need them to just be exactly like is on the picture. Another way you can do it, I was just thinking, you could just make a copy of it and then cut it out and paste it onto some cardboard or something. Cereal box cardboard works really well.
Great.
And then you're just going to draw around it. So I'm just going to try and do it carefully. When I lay this, so usually if I use a sandpaper, I'll put the sandpaper underneath the fabric, and it just helps to grip it. As you can see, that fabric is moving a little bit, and it helps to get the lead off the pencil as well.
Oh, I'll have to remember that, because I've seen those. We've seen those boards quite a bit, and I always think, I know that it will stop it from slipping and sliding, but I always forget to transfer your templates.
Well, I bought one of those multi-mats for a retreat, thinking, because it's a pressing mat on the outside and a cutting mat on the inside. I thought, that would be really handy just for, being next to my work desk. And then I opened it up and I'm like, there's sandpaper.
And there's like like a velour one that's like a design
divider.
board.
Yeah, so you can actually keep your pattern pieces in it. It keeps it safe, so it grips it as well to keep it safe.
Yeah, we have got one on the website. It's $14.99. It's this one, your Quilters multi-mat.
That's the one.
$14.99, and it does have the sandpaper. So yeah, we were talking about the Prim mini iron, and also our early bird today being really, really popular, the mini irons. But that's what's great, is having your little station set up with your little mat, pressing mat, iron. Love it.
Nice. Yeah.
Why are you using scissors to do this as opposed to a rotary cutter, Emma?
You can do. I just find it's easier.
Okay.
So if you're more comfortable using I'll use a ruler with it, and your rotary cutter, you can do that. But I find it just as easy to just cut it. You're just going to cut directly on the line, so it's all marked out for you. There we go. So that's all I need from that. Now, trying to see if I've got a smaller bit. No, this will work. For the bits on the outside, you have to make sure that you cut a mirror image. So it's the same with your tips. So You're going to want to mark one this way. Of course, this is solid fabric, so it doesn't really matter because you can flip it on either side. But if you're using a pattern fabric for your background, you definitely have to make sure to remember to cut the mirror image. So you'd want to do one like that, and then you'd want to do one like this. There we go. Just going to roughly cut it out.
And it does have these, they are actually labelled, so you've got the leaf tip,
Yep.
leaf tip background and leaf stem.
Yes.
Well, you don't need to put the leaf stem on, you can, or if you don't want to.
Yeah,
Don't have
either
to.
way, it's optional.
Had a message from Trisha. Hi Trisha. Morning, great demo as
Oh, thank
always,
you.
Emma. How would you quilt the attic window? I have one and I'm not sure how to quilt it.
Okay, so the one that I have at home that I did from this pattern, I actually just did, because I have a long arm quilter, I just did an overall pattern. And it's a wintry scene, so I've just done some nice sort of swirly, like snowy type. But what you could do, you could actually stitch in the ditch.
Right, so just go along those lines. That,
and then you
that
could
was
do a
there.
really nice, you could do some really nice quilting. If you're into hand quilting, there's some really lovely stencils that you can get with leaves and different motifs that you could actually get into that border.
Oh,
and it
lovely.
would show up really nice because it's a
Yeah.
nice plain border.
Yeah.
And then you could also, you could pick out some of the
Yeah,
roughly,
just do sort of like echo quilting around
Yeah.
them, couldn't you? With some flowers.
just pick out certain bits that you want to highlight. Or just overall. So just a overall quilting pattern, a stipple or a meander.
Oh yeah.
Or
bit
even
of free
lines,
motion.
just diagonal lines.
Yeah, that'd look really cool as well.
Yeah.
There's loads of options.
Yeah.
I find that really therapeutic, the sound of the cutting scissors. Sorry, I'm not speaking because I'm
Yeah,
really liking that.
I really love it, the sound of cutting against the table.
I need to record you doing this for the day that I end up going into labour.
Oh,
Just baby scissors
calm. Yeah.
cutting. It's really relaxing, isn't it?
Right, so these are going to go on like this. Now there's a little trick to getting these lined up, because you can see, I'll put it in the middle even. They're not the same length. Those seams are not going to be the same length. So there's a trick to actually sewing it and lining it up that will actually make it work. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to line up.
What about 3 minutes, Emma?
Okay, so the corner right here needs to be protruding about 1/4 of an inch.
Okay.
So when you go to sew, your needle should fit right in there.
Ah, so don't line it up end
No.
to end.
No, so it should seam right there. So let me just do that one quick and I'll show you how it works.
Jenny says, I quilted mine along the trees, the grass and the hedges, etc.
Oh.
on the panel and then around the frame, which worked really, really well.
Perfect.
Oh, thanks, Jenny.
Yeah. There. If I fold that over, you'll see that that now lines up. Take that little dog ear off. Perfectly.
Amazing.
Yep. And then you just do the same on this side. It's 1/4 of an inch over. You will, at your tip, there will be some extra you need to trim off.
Yeah.
But that's the main bit, is you want to line up right there. You can see it better probably from there, 1/4 of an inch.
Ah, okay. And you're just eyeballing that. You can just get your iron and know that that's 1/4 inch.
Yeah. But also when you go to sew it, just make sure that when you line it up with the edge of your 1/4 inch foot, that your needle is right in that V. Otherwise, if it's not, then you just need to adjust it a little bit.
We need to get some more of these panels in, definitely. Loads of people have got the instructions on their own. So we'll have to ask for more panels because we can't do them on their own. We're virtually sold out.
There we go.
Of everything now.
Yay.
This also completely sold out, and the dandelions. There are still less than 10
Oh,
chances.
wow. Wow, be quick. That's a great price.
Yeah, it's really good, isn't it?
It is really good, really good. So there we go. Yeah, so you can see I need to trim that up.
Amazing.
And that's that.
Honestly, thank you so, so much.
Oh,
and
you're
that's
welcome.
another one, like you said, there's a few different demonstrations on YouTube, isn't there?
Yep.
So if you are starting your quilting journey with this, then there's lots of resources online. Thank you so, so much. Kath has just said, I always find Emma's demos so clearly explained and such great tips. So thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll see you in an hour.
Yeah.
And we've got a really lovely book, haven't we?
It
Whether you're a
is.
beginner or an advanced sewer, you can
It
do
is.
some nice quick mates.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed it. And I don't usually do small bits.
Yeah.
But I'm like, ooh, I could really get into this. Little quick, one evening, project.
Well, you said the storage basket that you took, once you sort of prepped it, it only took you an hour.
Yeah, less than that.
Great, isn't it? Brilliant. Right, we'll see you in an hour. Thank you. So just to remind you, bundles virtually sold out during the break. I've got a feeling that the spring bundle is also going to sell out. So just be aware if you've got it in your basket to check out. We do have the instructions on their own. So maybe you've got that perfect panel at home, or if you've got some fabric that you can see with that amazing attic window. We were saying like the bird fabric, or we were saying if you want to do like a family window with school pictures, because they look like frames as well, don't they? To frame whatever you want. £9.99 for the instructions on their own. Really clear instructions on how to do not only your Y seams, but also the flower corners, your block layer, and all your templates. I think it's the first time we've done the instructions on their own, you know. We've seen the attic window a few times, but I think they've always been in bundles, so grab the instructions whilst you can. If I were you, I would definitely grab the instructions whilst you can, because quite often we'll get panels in our Fabulous Fabric Hour which would suit this, but we can't guarantee that we'll always have the pattern. So it's definitely worth getting that technique down for when we get the panels in, because this is Emma's pattern. This is Emma's pattern, and she did write it for panels. It isn't just solely for this one. You've just got to make sure that it's the right size. All of it's in the instructions. Just £9.99. Now, coming up in a couple of minutes, we're going to be talking all things dressmaking. So, cover stitch machine, overlocker, Adjustoforms, ironing rulers back in stock. There's loads coming up. Plus, Jules Fallon's book back in stock already. Loads of you have checked out on that this morning on pre-order. Have a look through the website, and I'll see you in a few minutes from now.
Hello everyone, I'm Delphine Brooks. It's so great to be here and part of the Sewing Street family. I'm local, I'm only down the road in Warwickshire. I started sewing many years ago when I was very young, doing lots of art and painting, and eventually I went into textiles, and I really enjoyed doing the two together. I then had a bit of a break. Something you don't know about me maybe is that I spent many years in the Royal Air Force and eventually in the police as well. And then I went full circle, and I've come back to my happy place of sewing, and which I really enjoy. My best sewing tip is measure twice and cut once. I have chipped up a couple of times by not measuring properly, and I do always regret it. So now I always measure twice, cut once. Anyway, I really hope to be with you again soon, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.
In need of a crafting fix? There are so many ways you can watch Sewing Street and Yarn Lane. Sewing Street is live from 8 AM to 1 PM every day on Freeview 72 and Sky 670. Alternatively, if you want to watch us on a tablet or on the move, you can tune in on our YouTube channel, the Sewing Street app, or the websites at www.sewingstreet.com and www.yarnlane.com. You can watch past shows on Sky 670 from 1 p.m. every day, as well as our YouTube channel, the app, and our website. Yarn Lane is on from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Visit our programme guide to find out when and what's on. So you never have to spend a minute without us. Stuck for ideas for the perfect gift? Why not get them a gift card? You can buy Sewing Street and Yarn Lane gift cards loaded up with anything from £10 to £500. Shop our gift cards online at www.sewingstreet.com or www.yarnlane.com, or purchase them via our UK call centre on 0800 001 44 33.
If you'd like to get in touch with us during our live show and send in any messages or any questions, then you can do it on studio@sewingstreet.com. Alternatively, you can message us on our official Facebook page. Have you heard about all of the different ways you can shop with Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? You can either shop on our websites, sewingstreet.com and yarnlane.com. You can also order by phone by calling our friendly UK customer service team. For Sewing Street, call 0800 001 4433, and for Yarn Lane, call 0800 4700 600. And don't forget about the Sewing Street app. Here you can shop all of the Sewing Street products as well as watch the live shows from anywhere. You can download the app onto your smartphone or your tablet by simply searching Sewing Street in your app store. And one final thing, no matter how many times you check out on Sewing Street or Yarn Lane in one day, you will only pay one postage and packaging. Happy shopping!
Hi, I'm Debbie Shaw, and as a professional sewer, I really know how important it is to use a high quality thread. Well, you think about it. You spend a lot of money on your sewing machine, you'll spend a lot of money on fabric, and you'll spend a lot of time sewing. So why let your thread let you down? I know a lot of our designers and customers prefer to use Orifil thread. Now, this is a family business. It was established in 1983 and they're based just outside Milan in Italy. They produce superior quality threads for domestic and professional sewers alike, and they've achieved worldwide success with quilters, sewers, embroiderers and textile artists who all appreciate the versatility and the strength of these threads. It's all made from Egyptian cotton, which is grown just at the side of the River Nile, and Orifil only use the long staple threads, which gives their thread that strength. Each one of these threads goes through 15 steps before it even gets onto a spool and then comes to you to use in your sewing projects. Now at Sewing Street, we've collaborated with Orifil and we've brought you two collections of threads. So we have the Quilters collection, and these are exclusive to Sewing Street. We've done a lot of research with quilters, and these are the colours that you prefer to use. So we put a whole collection together for you. The second collection is the Essential collection. So this is for the homemakers, for the bag makers, for the craft sewers, for the dressmakers, and again these have been proven to be the most popular colours that you're going to use. So if you want your projects to last longer and your seams to be stronger, invest in some quality thread.
Hello, welcome back. So, what we're going to do this hour, talk about dressmaking, different tools, and some really, really great products that we have got on our website. Starting with Adjustoforms. Now, Adjustoforms, I have not seen since way before Christmas. It was when we first launched Split Pay. I think I did it the first day that we launched Split Pay, and then since then, I've definitely not seen them this year. So, I think it's like with sewing machines, to be honest. I think the demand and the supply, the manufacturers, everything, it's all just slowed down slightly. So us getting, it back in stock, certain sizes back in stock has been quite tricky. But we've managed to get all 3 colours. It's the first time that I've seen the red. We've also got the leg form, all available today. And they are also available on split pay. So I'll talk through the split pay and how it works in a moment. But for anybody who hasn't yet got a dress form, why is Adjustoform so good? Because there's lots of different dress forms out there. And it's really, really important that you do go and have a look and do your research and find out what's sort of best for you. What we love about Adjustoform is, one, they are a really, really reliable brand. They're a very famous brand, and you can see them all over the press. You see them in lots of different magazines and online. But it is for somebody who is obviously a dressmaker, for someone who wants to make garments for different people, even for yourself. If you're making something for yourself, the great thing about Adjustoforms is that, as it says on the tin, you can adjust them using all of the different dials at all of the different points. As I spin them around, you can see that they have lots of different adjustable points to make it perfectly your size. I think the reason a lot of us get into dressmaking is through frustration of clothes not fitting us on the high street and being different sizes in different stores. And we're all different sizes. So you could be a size 14, you could put 10 ladies next to each other, they're all size 14s, and would have completely different body shapes. So to be able to completely sculpt it to your physique, and whether we're changing shape or whether you're making for other people, it's really good to have that functionality of being able to adjust them. And you can still pad out. Obviously, we're not all this shape. If you do carry your weight in different places, then of course you can adjust it with padding out still. You can pin into these, they're brilliant. We always suggest that you go smaller and pad out, because you can't take away from it. So you're best to go for the smaller size if you're umming and ahhing in between. So the one that's closest to me is the Super Fit Deluxe. We'll start at the top and work the way down, because it comes with a little pin cushion at the top, which is brilliant. It also has the neck adjuster, so you can completely change the size of the neck, which is very, very useful. Not all forms have that. You also have 12 adjusting wheels at the bust, the waist, the hips, 12 adjusting wheels plus at the back. And as you can see, you can really easily pin into this. So if you are working with some beautiful drapey fabrics, yes, you can put it on yourself, but as soon as you sort of look down, it's instantly changing where the fabric is. So it's really, really useful to be able to do all of your adjustments, or your making, your pattern drafting on a dress form. You can see, look, you have got a pin in there. You can pin into it as well, which is really, really useful indeed as you're positioning your fabrics. As we carry on down, you can see that it's got a full adjustable stand and this little device here as well, which is a hem marker. Sorry about the cable in the background as well. It is a TV studio, and we just did a very quick manoeuvre around to be able to show this the best that we can. So it also has the little pump which you can put your chalk in to be able to mark your hems. Now this can be fully adjusted, so you can have it higher, you can have it lower. If you want to put it on a tabletop, if you're working on a hem and you want to be at eye level with that, then that's fine. You can also, of course, have it on its tripod on the bottom, which is a really, really lovely, strong, sturdy tripod at the bottom. This one comes in 3 different sizes. We can go through them all with you now. So it comes in small, in medium, and in full figure. Now, the sizes are on your screen right now. They're all $159.99. Doesn't matter what size you go for, they are all the same price, $159.99. Or, this is where it's exciting. As I said, when we launched Split Pay, this was one of the most exciting products that we had on the website that we said, oh my word, we were now going to be able to do Adjustoforms on Split Pay. So they're £53.33 over 3 easy payments. So the bust in the full figure, which is the one that you can see on your screen right now, is 45 to 53 inches. Your centimetres there too. Your waist is 38 to 46, hips 47 to 55, your back length is 16 to 18 inches, and the maximum height that this one will go to, well, all three will go to, is 72 inches. We also have the medium. It's always worth measuring yourself, and as I said, I would actually go with the smaller size. If you are sort of thinking, right, I'm kind of in between there, if you go with the smaller one, then you can always pad out, but you can't take away, so just remember that. The medium is 39 inches to 47 inches, so it does really expand, doesn't it? These wheels, obviously, they're really easy togs to turn, and at each point, you don't have to keep measuring. You'll see, as it exposes, it'll also tell you, this is where you can actually see, that says here 33 inches, and in centimetres, 84. And as I keep turning the little wheel, it will then expand further and tell you the next measurement of where it is. So that's so handy. We're always changing sizes. It's something that's going to last with you. It's something that's going to literally grow with you. And when you are buying something like this, I think it's really good to be able to know that it's an investment that you make once. You're not going to have to keep buying more, which is brilliant. So let's go back to the sizes, sorry. The medium size you could see there was 39 to 47 bust. Waist was 29 to 37 inches. Hips 40 to 48. Back length 15 to 17. And your height is again the same, 72 inches. And then the small, they are all the same price. The small, 33 to 41 inches on the bust. Your waist is 24 to 32. The hips are 34 to 42. Your back length, 15 to 17 inches. And then the maximum height that this will go to is again 72 inches. They have sold so well, so well. Every single time that these come to air, especially since we launched the split payment option, please do message in. If you've got an Adjustoform, we want to hear from you this hour. Pauline's messaged in. She said that she loves hers. They are brilliant, especially with the split pay. In fact, she said because of the split pay, it made it possible for her to be able to invest in them. And they are an investment, but they are so useful. And in fact, dressmakers, I think it is something that is invaluable to you, really. It is invaluable. It's very, very difficult to do dressmaking or even adjustments and repairs. It is quite tricky without one of these. Obviously, you're working on a shape, on a figure. It's different to working on the flat, isn't it? Just to be able to see things in perspective as well. Do colours go together? Is that sleeve hanging right? Is that scarf gotta go with the dress? I think it's really nice to be able to just dress it to see what your outfit's gonna look like. Especially after a year of wearing my lounging trousers and pyjamas. I'm literally like, right, I don't know what it's going to be like to have to go to events and try an outfit. So it's good to be able to just see for a week, right, am I happy with that outfit? £53 and 33 pence. We've got a couple of slides that we wanted to show you about the about Adjustoform and the Superfit itself. So we have got the other leg form as well, but the Superfit itself has got the 8-part body. As I said, it's got lots of adjustable wheels, 12 adjustable wheels, and it does come in the range of sizes. It's got the adjustable neck with a useful pincushion on the top. It's foam backed nylon covering, which allows easy pinning and marking. It's got a strong tripod stand, which is great for storage as well. It's nice and lightweight. It's one that you can actually sort of store away. If you don't have a dedicated sewing room, it looks great in any of your rooms, but you can also store it away. Plus, it's got the hem marker and hem leveler options as well. So that's the Superfit Deluxe in charcoal. We also have, and this is the first time that I've seen the red. It's lovely, that cherry red, isn't it? That is really nice. So the cherry red comes in 3 different sizes. 3 different sizes. They are going to be sent, I believe, direct to you from Adjustoform. but you're paying our postage and packaging, which is just £3.95 all day long. £53.33. Once again, it starts with the pin cushion on the top. So you have got that pin cushion, plus you've got your adjustable neck with all of the measurement guide on there. It is, again, this lovely nylon cover, which is going to be easy to pin straight into. And you've got, as you can see, all 12 dials to be able to adjust it to the exact size that you want. I know that Rachel Ilsley, she's got one of these. I know she does bridal. So if you're working on lots of different bodies all the time, if you're working with different shapes and sizes, it really lends itself well to be able to just jot down very quickly notes instead of having to pad out. Remember exactly how you padded out. You can literally jot down the measurements of where you were. And as I said, if you need to, then of course you can pad out in different areas as well. So the sizes of this one, again, all the same price. They're all £159.99, but come in all of these different sizes, 3 sizes: small, medium and large. So the bust 33 to 41, the waist 24 to 32, the hips 34 to 42 inches, the back length is 15 to 17 inches and the height is 72 inches. The medium size is in inches. Again, the bust 39 to 47, waist 29 to 37, inches on the hips 40 to 48, the back length is 15 to 17 and the full height, again, same, 72 inches. The large size is also available, the same price, still on split pay, with 1 postage and packaging across the board, 45 to 43 inches, 38 to 46 on the waist, 47 to 55 on the hips, 16 to 18 on the back length, and the full height goes up to 72. And that's the red colour option that we're going for. It's the same, it's exactly the same as the grey. The only difference is the colour. Which one, it's up to you which one you prefer. I really like the red, I do. I think it looks very expensive indeed. But it depends on where you're working. If you're thinking, do you know what, I've got a shop, I'm doing bridal, I just prefer something more neutral, then I understand as well if you want to go for, that's why we've got the grey option. But I love the red. Looks amazing, doesn't it? Looks very professional indeed. And that's it. If you are doing alterations for people, if you are doing, it just looks professional. If you're starting out your own sewing business, which I know a couple of people are messaging in saying that they are, then this is a brilliant way of being able to adjust to different sizes very quickly. We've also got the leg form, and we've got some more slides about the leg form. Now, I love the leg form, and if I'm being honest, with the price point that the leg form is, I would get this one. And the reason that I would is because you have got the option of being able to change that central pole, as you can see on the screen at the bottom there, across to be able to do trousers, to be able to do shorts, to be able to adjust it. So it's still got all of the amazing features of the Superfit Deluxe, but this time you're looking at the Sew Deluxe leg form. So it still can adjust at every point, but this time you have got the capability of very, very easily lifting the whole of the form off and putting it to the one side, putting it to the other, or put it to the centre. I've made Kat do it on air before and it was hilarious. And I said, please, can you come and do it again? It was just the angles that you have to sort of try and get to when you're on the telly. It's not that flattering. They're saying we're not going to make you do it in your condition. £159.99. Or, remember, on split pay as well, which makes it so much more accessible. You are getting the option of doing legs, even if you don't do trousers at the moment. Even if you're thinking, oh, well, I don't really make trousers, somebody can come to you. Please, can you just turn my trousers up for adjustments, for alterations, for mending, or for making your own jeans? This is brilliant, isn't it? So once again, it does have all of the dials, 12 different dials, around the whole of the form, so you can adjust it however you want, whatever shape you want, for £159.99. We've got another slide to show you. So again, this one, the features of this 8-part form with legs make it ideal to use with sewing jackets, skirts, long and short dresses, coats with important additional feature of trousers and pants fitting. This must surely be the most versatile sewing form on the market. It features the split waist to enable lengthening as well, because we all have different length waists. So that you can also lengthen the waist, which is brilliant. It also has a wide supportive shoulders. What I love about these as well, and I hadn't mentioned before, is that can you see how these slightly sort of protrude? So if you are doing sleeves, you're able to see whether they are going to fall correctly. Whereas if you imagine this to be slightly cut off shorter, and it just falls flat, it's not going to give you the effect of what you're going to get. So it gives you that sort of true representation of what a shoulder's like, which is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. We'll go back to the slide again, please, Elliot. So not only does it have the wide supportive shoulders, it also has finite system of body adjusters, 12 different dials. Easy dial neck adjuster as well. It's got shaped hips, bottom and thighs for your trouser fitting. Comprehensive calibration tapes. It also has offset collars to enable trousers to hang straight. It's got the height adjuster, and it's also got the pin grip with basting attachment as well. Calibrated pin grip. So all of those features come with the leg form, and this is why I thought this one was going to be more expensive. It's always very, very popular indeed. This is a little dial, by the way, that I believe pushes in. I can't see, I've got it a bit too high, I think, but that pushes in and you can adjust the whole neck. You can expand the whole neck, widen the whole neck with it, which is brilliant. Sorry, I'm trying to, it's a funny angle, I think, a funny height. £53 and 33 pence. Take advantage of the split pay option. Now this comes in A, B and in C, so 3 different sizes. All of the same price, all of the same split pay option as well. A, B or C. I would recommend again going with the smallest size that you can. Go with the smaller size because you can always pad out, you can't take away. There's lots of demonstrations on how to pad on YouTube. We're going to definitely do a show with John. He did do, I believe, did he do an Adjustoform show? I missed it. Right, have a look on YouTube because it's on our YouTube channel if you do want to watch John's show back. In fact, we had a message come through from Susan about it. I bought the blue one on the day that John did his demo. I call her Safi. Oh, you have to give your mannequins a name, don't you? Absolutely, absolutely. Definitely watch that show back with John then, because he is obviously an absolute expert in this field. He's it's brilliant, inspirational. In fact, Kat's telling me it's the 26th of January if you want to watch that back. It's worth having a look back on YouTube. So, sizes. The small is A, is 33 to 41 on the bust, 26 to 33.5 on the waist, 36 to 44 on the hips. Your back length is 14.5 to 16.5, and your maximum height is 73 inches. On B, which is your middle size, your bust is 39 to 47, waist is 32 to 40, hips 41 to 49, back length 15 to 17, and your maximum height again is 75 inches. And then on C, which is the largest size that we offer, it's 45 to 53 on the bust, 38 to 46 on the waist, 47 to 54 on the hips, back length is 16 to 18 inches, and your maximum height is 75. It's worth just taking a quick screen grab of it, taking a photograph of it, and having a bit of a measure of yourself to see which one that you're going to go for. But as I said at the start, it's definitely worth investing in a dress form if you are just sort of diving into your dressmaking journey. It is one investment that is, as I said, quite crucial and invaluable as a dressmaker. You won't regret it. In fact, Here we go. Rachel. Hi, Rachel. I was just mentioning you, actually. She says, mine's called Maggie, for Magnolia, of course, which is the name of Rachel's shop. It's an essential piece of equipment. It really, really is. Absolutely. There's so many different reasons why you would buy a dress form. But I know that having the adjustable wheels makes such a difference as well. These will all come directly from Adjustoform, just so you know, they will come directly from Adjustoform. So just remember, if you do have a little panic when your Sewing Street parcel arrives with all your fabrics that you bought from today and it doesn't have your Adjustoform, don't panic, it will come straight from Adjustoform, but it's under our postage and packaging as well, so you'll only pay one postage and packaging. Brilliant. Shall we come over across? I'm going to bring my iPad. If you have got any questions, then please message the studio. Studio@sewingstreet.com. Studio@sewingstreet.com. I'm on Facebook as well. I am on Facebook Live, so if you do want to message in on Facebook, please do. Oh, Kerry, you are too kind. Kerry, sending you so much love. We miss you lots. Can't wait to see you. Can't wait to see you, but thinking of you lots. Thank you. She says, you look absolutely beautiful. I'm so out of breath. It's so strange. I've started to get a bit breathless, actually, from doing nothing other than talking. Is that normal? Ugh. Right, let's start with the steamer. We love the steamer. I've plugged it already in. Now, this is brilliant. I don't know whether it's because I'm going through the nesting stage, but I think it's through lockdown, actually. We've all been a bit sort of obsessed with going through cupboards. I've seen lots of different programs and lots of people who are organising and just having a really good deep spring clean. It's this sort of time of year, isn't it, where you think about it more. And what I love about a steamer is that, yes, it's great for your garments, great for your clothes, great for curtains and things that you're hanging up because it has got the vertical steam. But also, I think it's brilliant for things like your headboards, getting right into your sofa, the nooks and crannies in your car, any fabric like that, because it does have a brush attachment. So you can take this one off if you would like. It has got the brush attachment plus the little lint brush at the bottom as well. If you've got any wool coats or anything that just tends to get lots of threads or a little bit of lint on, then this is brilliant. Now, it also has a really big water caddy. Now, this comes off really easily, just slots off, and it can hold lots and lots of water, which is so much better than the one that I've got at home. The one that I have, it literally runs out after one garment because it has the tiniest little water canister, whereas this is brilliant. So it'll tell you your maximum level. You literally can put it under the tap, fill it up with water, slot it back on, turn it on, and it will take seconds to warm up. I think it's about 20 seconds to heat up. There's a light on the back. You can see that once that light is on, it means it's ready to go. So once I pull that trigger, it's probably going to be a bit difficult to show you on air, but you will see. There you go, here's my steam. Can you see the steam? There is it is a lot of steam that's pumping out of it. So once you pull the little trigger, if you hold it down, there is a little button that you could then lock it in place. So that is now constant steam. So if you're doing things like I say, your curtains, if you're doing your headboard, if you are steaming a quilt, if you're still steaming dresses, if there's anything that you don't want to directly put your iron on, this is absolutely brilliant. And it's lovely and lightweight. Quite a lot of steamers are really heavy, especially ones, you know, that have got the water tank on, but it is really, really lovely and lightweight. It also has the anti-scale. So the actual, I'm not going to take this little compartment off because obviously that will be very, very hot. But the technology or the plate that's on the front is an anti-scale, so you're not going to get lots of limescale build-up on it, which is brilliant as well. You will get, if you keep it on, continuous steam like that, you'll get 15 minutes of continuous steam. And it's got a 1.9 metre cord, so if you're moving around, then it's brilliant to know that you're not getting a tiny little cord. It's going to come with you. Absolutely brilliant. It's designed for practicality and convenience in mind, and I just love how quick it is to heat up. Sometimes if I've got a dress that I just want to give it a real quick steam before I wear it, I don't want to get the ironing board out and the big iron. It's nice to just be able to quickly and conveniently steam it. And I also feel, especially in today's world, steam is actually really good for cleaning. So hence why I was talking about having a good deep clean, spring clean, to be able to get into the nooks and crannies of your sofa or a fabric headboard. Honestly, I think it's stuck in my head watching a programme about how much bacteria is in your headboard, if you've got a fabric headboard, and how much dust gets in there. So it's definitely worth just giving it all a good clean and using things like this. Perfect. It is. It's the time of year, isn't it? It is the time of year. Oh yes, by the way, we will look into it, Graham. We have asked, we want to get an Adjustoform in for guys as well. Absolutely, it's on the list. We have been badgering our buying team about it, so fingers crossed. And Tim, yes, we will make sure that we do our best to get one in for you. Right. So we also have back in stock the 2-in-1. We did the Beldray launch here and our prices are absolutely amazing. If you have a look on the Beldray website, you'll be over the moon with your purchases from Sewing Street. So this is your 2-in-1 steamer. Like with the other iron that we have, it's got a locking system. So it sits in its rest, which is brilliant. It locks in place, but if you click that, it will then release it. You can use it like an iron, but you can also use it as a vertical steamer. How good is that? So you have got your horizontal steamer, vertical steamer, or your normal iron, and you don't need to have steam. So you can actually take the steam off if you want. Like with the steamer that we've just shown you, it has got that locking button. So if I press this in, am I plugged in? I believe I might be. Here we go, let me turn it on. So, the plus and minus buttons, I will show you exactly what I'm pressing here. So, if I press the plus and minus arrows, it will take me through my different functions. So, it will say here that I have got iron and steam, double steam. If I go minus, that's just iron and steam. Iron, no steam. So you can go through all of these. So let's just go double steam. So that's iron and double steam, and it is heating up. So then, and I like that you've got this nice long handle, really nice long handle. I've just heard the beeps. It's also got, I don't know whether you can see here where we filled the water in. Obviously you get your little jug and there's a lid at the top there to be able to put your water in, but you can see how much water you've got left in the iron here. If then I press it in, we are going to get our steamer going. It's very, very steamy, just so you know, once it gets going. And it also has the locking button there. So once you lock that in place, that will give you, how long? 15 minutes of continuous steam again? So, hang on. I might need to give it an extra minute for it to heat up. Here we go, I feel like it's coming. Here they are. It's been out of stock for so long. Woo-hoo-hoo! I told you, once it gets going, you do get some really, really good steam. So you've got your double steam option, you've got your single steam option, and you've got no steam. So if you want to use this for quilting, you absolutely can. This time you've got a 2.5 metre power cord, a 2.5 metre power cord as well, which is brilliant, isn't it? Plus, it has the added bonus that you also get, the heat-resistant holder. It's anti-scale once again, so you can put it down safe. It's not going to have a build-up of lime scale. Plus, it's got your locking button there, so you can take it on the I would say on the move, but right. There's loads going on. You've also got your lint brush, which you can add onto it, and you get this one, which is again, just a cover. I don't want to say just a cover, because you can put this on and it's still going to generate all of your steam. I don't know, Elliot. I'm trying to remember what this one does. So you've got the lint one, and then you've also got the gauze one, which you can put on. And again, I think it's probably just going to protect it more slightly. If you don't want really, really strong steam, then I'd probably put that one on. If you missed out on the mini iron earlier, I think this is another great one to be able to open your seams out efficiently. You can use it as a normal iron. It's got a really lovely ergonomic long handle, and it's just $29.99, which those of you, as I say, have a look on the Beldway website. Yeah, there you go. Rachel said it's great for delicate fabrics. Thanks, Rachel. So yeah, if you are thinking, right, I don't want to just because it does go wild when you're going full steam ahead, but if you do want to just give it a less abrasive steam, then it's perfect to put that on. Thank you very so much, Rachel. Okay. Now, we have also got your ironing rulers. Very, very limited on these. They have been selling all morning. £7.99. And in here, so these are your prim ironing rulers. You've got two different sizes. You've got your 10 by 30. And then you've also got your 5 by 15s. So how these work, and do you know, can I open them? John Scott absolutely swears by these. If you've ever seen him demoing these, he absolutely loves them. In fact, I don't know whether we've got enough to be able to even do a demo. So they come like this. They're heat resistant, so you can use them in conjunction with your iron. They've got lots of little pieces of card which you pop out so that you can use. If you come a bit closer, Elliot, you'll be able to see. You can use them to mark with your marking pen your hems, your sleeves. If you want to turn anything up, then, oh, it's not your eyes, don't worry, it's our Elliot. Oh, we'll have to get him on. Sue's been asking to see you. I'm imagining, right, let's have a look. Have I got any fabric? If you've got a piece of fabric that you then want to fold up 2 centimetres, you can do it so exact. It's a ruler as well as a gauge to iron. Oh, thank you, Kat. So I'll show you. You've got the larger one, obviously, for trousers, and then you've got the smaller one for cuffs, or for the smaller one for wrists, cuffs, collars, anything that you want to adjust. The great thing is that you can just get these so accurate. So if I fold this up, it's not cut straight, so bear with me. But if I do a double fold, then I can get that nice and straight. So you can line that up, you can press your iron on, and you can use this time and time again and make sure that it's lined up both ends all the way across, and it's completely sold out. Completely sold out. You do get both of these. I think these only came into stock on Sunday. Need to get more. They're great, Elliot. He said it's the first time he's seen them. They are really, really useful. Perfect that you can use them in conjunction with your iron as well. Okay, so if you are getting into dressmaking, which I know lots of people are, I don't know whether it's your New Year's resolution this year, but if you are starting out in dressmaking, sorry, it nearly just went straight off the table then, didn't it? I'm so pleased that we've got this in stock, and we've got it in stock still at a reduced price. I have no idea how we've managed to negotiate this price again. This is so good. $11.99. I forgot how low this was. It was my very, very first dressmaking show when we launched the channel, and I was allowed to pick out one item to do a special price on, and I picked this book because it is fantastic. My iron's beeping at me. £11.99. So you have got the complete guide to dressmaking. Do you know Mark Francis from the Sewing Bee? Mark Francis, who's one of our guests, he actually was taught by Jules Fallon. She's an amazing lady. She's so, so lovely, and she's an incredible, incredible dressmaker. And it goes through, obviously at the moment we can't go to workshops, we can't go to classes. So these kind of books, and this book in particular is actually invaluable. You've got essentials, you've got needle know-how in here, you've got all of the different types of needles for your machine and for hand sewing, for different cutting, different scissors. It really breaks down everything very, very clearly. Sewing machine feet, just dissecting those, choosing different threads and different dressmaking haberdashery. So that's chapter 1. It goes through literally step by step like you're on a workshop. It's brilliant. It's a hefty book for $11.99. It's a lot, isn't it? Different fabrics. Talking about different fabrics can be quite daunting. Maybe you've started dressmaking and you're thinking, right, I've just been making cotton dresses and I'm too scared to go towards like knitted or different velvets and lace. It will go through why you would use them and things that you would need to know if you're using them. Interfacing, fabric preparation. There is so much detail in this book for anybody who is an aspiring dressmaker, whether you're a new dressmaker or whether you are experienced and you just want to see another take on how to do things. I can't recommend this book enough, especially at $11.99. I think this is going to be like the pre-mining rulers where we say it's sold out again. It only literally has come back into stock, so we grabbed it. Absolutely love this book. Oh, really? Oh, absolutely love it. Kat said, I'd already finished today's schedule and I noticed that it was back in stock, so she sent a special email to say, please, 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 can I add this book into my show? Opening and closures, bound openings, centre back vents, buttonholes. There's lovely projects in here as well. It isn't just a techniques book, but it is brilliant to have all of these techniques, but then you've also got garments. I tell you what, if you want to go on one of George's workshops, they are phenomenal. Please, please, if you get the chance to go on them, go on them. She does these beautiful retreats. As I said, I know that she's based in Stratford-upon-Avon, and I know that our Mark Francis, he actually went to her workshops. That's how he learnt to sew. But I tell you what, they are a lot more than $11.99 if you want to know the basics. But as you can see, the detail, not only have you got step-by-step instructions, you've also got so many photographs to go along with it. Yokes, waistbands, curved waistbands, belt loops, decorative features. It was last in stock Christmas Eve. It's been absolutely ages since we've been able to bring it to you. Top stitching, stretch fabrics, working with different stretch fabrics, which we will talk about with our cover stitch machine and our overlocker in a moment. But then finishing your garments as well. You know, if you don't have a cover stitch machine, different ways of finishing it. It's amazing, isn't it? We really, really love this book. It's been one of our favourites. Just £11.99 for all of this knowledge is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Plus a full glossary at the back as well. So any terminology that you're unsure of, it will be explained. Amazing that we've actually got it back in stock, especially keeping it at that price. That is so good. Just £11.99. I know how much I bang on about this book. I love it. I do absolutely love it, and I'm so pleased that we've managed to get it back. So that is the complete guide to dressmaking by Jules Fallon. Definitely worth making the most of it. We're all at different points on our dressmaking journey, but one machine that has been on everybody's lips is the cover stitch machine. We've got overlockers, we've got cover stitch that we want to talk about, but this is one that our lovely George came in and bought for us. Our George, he's our George now. He's just lovely, isn't he? And he's so knowledgeable. I mean, he's only young and he's just incredible. Was he 22? But you can tell that it's in his blood. I think his grandfather started Franklin's, and he's just got so much passion for it. Now this is the cover stitch machine from Tanya. Cover stitch machines look very similar to overlockers. They are not the same thing. There's no blade. You don't need to worry about cutting fabric. It is for finishing your garments. Now, I know a lot of people who sort of say, oh, it only does one thing. Oh, no. Yes, it does one thing in so many different ways, because you've got obviously your four threads. So you've got the one which is your looper, and then you've got your 3 threads. You can also do it as 2 threads. You can do it as a single thread if you want a really delicate. If you're working with stretch garments, this is absolutely ideal. Those of you that have got anything that's stretchy on right now, it's definitely worth having a look at the bottom. Here we go. Mine's been done on a cover stitch machine. Well, be careful because you might end up flashing my knickers. I don't know if we can show it on the overhead or not, but this one has got two lines of stitches on the top, and this is a shop bought jumper. And then on the reverse, and it's slightly stretchy, so it's got 2 stitches here, and on the reverse, it looks like it's been finished on an overlock, so it's got like a chain stitch, but it's not. It's not finishing your edges. It's actually just, well, it is. It's finishing your hems. It's absolutely brilliant. The great thing about using it with stretch fabric is if you were to do that on a straight stitch or a zigzag, the likelihood is after time, it's going to snap. So if you're doing things like active wear, if you're doing swimwear, underwear, anything that's got stretch to it, we're all wearing our loungewear, our stretchy clothes at the moment. For baby makes, this is brilliant. The cover stitch machine is a game changer. And don't get me wrong, it's not the first thing that you'll buy when you're starting out your dressmaking journey. It won't replace your sewing machine. It won't replace your overlocker. But I tell you what, everybody who has got a cover stitch machine, I know, messages in and says how much they love it. Ooh, that's the camera. £349 or £116.33. If you do want to watch back lovely George talking about this, it was on the 28th of January. The 28th of January, he does a whole hour talking about this machine. And as I said, it's not just going to do one stitch. He shows you how you thread it up for anybody who's scared of threading it up. He'll show you the differential feed. He'll show you how to change the stitch length and the difference that it makes. He'll talk to you about different tensions with different fabrics and working with different fabrics, from really, really fine silk, rolled hems that you could do on beautiful scarves, to scuba or four-way stretch lycra. So much you can do with it. Thank you so much for putting lots of really, really great reviews of this on the Facebook fan page as well. It's definitely worth asking the question on there because I know a lot of people who have invested in this machine and absolutely love it. There is an accessory pack as well that comes alongside it. You do have to have the cover stitch machine to purchase your accessory kit. It's not going to work without one. This is a brilliant accessory kit. And I would, if you're thinking about it, we used to do it all as a bundle, but we thought, do you know what? If someone just wants the cover stitch machine and has got a certain budget of $350, then we wanted to make that accessible for everybody. But now we've done it separately, and I would really seriously think about the accessory bundle, because we've kept the saving. And in here it'll talk you through everything that you have, but we went through it all with George as well. So I think the foot that you get is different to this one. It is different. It's a clear view. Oops. It's a clear view, so you can see it's completely clear. The one that I've got here is metal, but that one that you'll get is clear. You've then also got in here your double fold bias binder, your belt loop folder. So if you want to do really intricate little belt loops, this is absolutely brilliant. If you want to do bias binding, really quick, straight binding, any kind of binding. He did a full demo on binding for ribbed collars on sportswear, or even like what I'm wearing today. My jumper's got a sort of bound edge, which you could stitch on so quickly, for quilts even. I mean, I'd never talk about this machine with quilting. Obviously, it's going to have stitches running on it, so it's a bit different to our traditional hand stitch binding, but it's doable and really quick. Clear foot for the cover stitch machine, absolutely. And then you also get different seam guides. So you get an adjustable tape guide, and then you also get your fabric seam guide as well, so you can make sure that you have got straight stitches running all the way around the hem of the biggest skirt that you're making, which is very, very difficult to do without it. So this is a brilliant accessory kit, but I must stress, please, 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 if you are umming and ahhing about it, if you haven't quite made up your mind about it, watch George's show, because it will make your mind up. They're brilliant machines, absolutely brilliant. So anybody who is like, shouldn't I just watch the show, and you'll make your decision. Especially with the price, because majority of cover stitch machines that I've seen are over £500. It is giving you a really professional finish, which will mean not only do your clothes and your garments last longer, they look so professional. It takes it from being homemade to that looks boutique. It looks very expensive. It's professional. To be able to achieve that at £349 is something that you are going to be able to use again and again and again. And the fact that we've got it, of course, on split pay is brilliant. It will come directly from Franklin's. It comes with a 2-year warranty, and they've got a brilliant customer service team, absolutely brilliant. Anybody who's got any questions about it, please message in. Is Kat's mate, she's got his number. She says, I'll send him a text right now. If you've got any questions, get them in. We will get them in for George. We'll find out and get back to you. But I love the fact that it's all colour coordinated. It's really, really nice and easy to be able to thread up. You don't need to mess too much with the tensions unless you want to. It has also got the foot pressure dial. It's got a big extension table with markings on as well to be able to use as a gauge. Obviously, it's not a necessity to add on your extension accessory pack, but I don't know if there's been very many people who have bought this machine without the accessory pack after watching George's demo, because it will take your possibilities. For anybody who says to you, oh, do you know what, it's not worth getting a cover stitch machine because they only do one thing, don't listen to them, because they do so much. And especially with the accessory kit, it will take your possibilities even further. Watch George's demo, he is brilliant. I wish we had more time to sort of talk about it, but it's 5 to 11. Again, time is running away with us. Very, very quickly, we've got two overlockers. We've done demonstrations on both of them. In fact, brand new on Sunday with Jane was the 664. Again, watch back Sunday's show to see it. What a price point. Is that right? Oh my word, I bet this flew out. This is amazing. That is the most affordable overlocker I think I've ever seen. And it's an Elna. The first thing I'll always talk about when I'm speaking about Elna is go with a brand that you trust. Go with a brand that you know. And Elna is amazing. Oh, Elliot's done some videos of Jane. They're going to be out soon. So if you are thinking, oh, I'm scared of threading it, I'm scared of how to use it, how to set it up, we are doing tutorials which have been filmed with Elliot. He's in the process of editing them, and they'll go onto our YouTube channel. So you'll be able to watch those when you get yours home. I tell you what, this is so good. Now, it looks very similar to the cover stitch machine, but an overlocker is to construct garments, it's to finish your edges, it's going to make your seams super strong. It's a game changer when you're working with jerseys and knits and anything that's got any stretch to it whatsoever. It's brilliant. You can finish your edges, you can construct your garments. I know people who make patchwork dog beds because they're really strong seams using their overlocker. So even though it's not your traditional patchwork, you can obviously do lots of decorative stitching as well as constructing with it as well. So the thing that everybody sort of gets scared of, let me just open this flap at the bottom. It's got a self-threading lower looper, which Jane talks through on the show, Sunday's show. So anybody who's thinking, oh, I'm scared of that thread in the lower looper, this has got a self-threading lower looper. So watch the show back if you're intrigued, if you want to know more. If the threading is what worries you, we also have an air threader machine. I'm not going to spend I can't spend much time on this. I would love to spend more time and they deserve it. But this is just a quick recap just to remind anybody who might have missed Sunday's show, watch it back today. Now, this is the Elna air threader. So I'm just going to walk around, bear with me, because I do want to show you at the bottom there is, if I pull this open, you might be able to just about see here, there is a little, there we go. So here you've got, this is your sort of air threading system basically. Each of your threads will fit into the slots. You literally, with a pump of the little lever, a pump of air, it will thread your lower looper for you, which is the scary one. So absolutely brilliant, and as I said, a game changer for anybody who is scared of threading. But with that, it does come with the price point of £849. So look, it's up to you. It's where your budget is. It's what you're looking at. It is going to essentially do similar things. It's another great size. It's again with Elna, but because of the air threading technology, it is more considered. Consider it though, because that's quick, isn't it? It's exactly the same machine that Debbie Shaw has, but she's got the Janome version. They're under the same umbrella. So Janome, Elna, and that's the one that she loves. I know that Debbie Shaw's done lots of demonstrations in the past if you do want to watch them back. Talking of Debbie Shaw, she launched her brand new book with us last Sunday. It is still exclusive to us, isn't it? I think we've got exclusivity till the 22nd, which is brilliant. Exclusivity until the 22nd. All of Debbie Shaw's Sewing Room Secrets books have been extremely popular. The quilting one that we had, as I said, sold in the thousands here at Sewing Street. And this time she has done the most amazing book on dressmaking. Oh, there you go. Old to new joggers. That's what I need. That's what I need at the moment. But what I love about this is that it's for absolute beginners. Absolute beginners. If you want to get somebody into dressmaking, if you want to get into dressmaking, it starts from scratch as well. They're signed. What a lovely gift for somebody. It's signed by Debbie Shaw also. It talks about repairs, it talks about alterations. If you do want to get into, you know, reading a pattern and how to measure yourself and making your own garments, then this is sort of suits everybody. Talks about the essentials, different marking tools that are going to be useful, different feet that you might have with your machine that again are going to be useful. Fabrics, working with different fabrics. Fabric terminology, different interfacings and threads, pressing, not ironing, measuring yourself and how to do that, choosing a pattern, understanding a pattern, cutting your pattern, transferring your pattern. There are so many in-depth descriptions and photographs, which we absolutely loved. As I said, we did do a whole show with Debbie Shaw talking about this on last Sunday the 7th at 8 o'clock. It launched if you want to watch it back. £9.99. They're such good value, aren't they? All of the Sewing Room Secret books are always great value, but gosh, that is a lot of information and a lot of patterns in there for £9.99. Bearing in mind, you know, you can pay £9.99 for a pattern. And somebody who purchases this book, one person will also keep an eye out on your book, because you might have £50 worth of Debbie Shaw books that you could win if you get the golden ticket. And you have to sing, I got the golden ticket, as you pull it out, and send us a video, please. £9.99. Lots of people have been getting them home already from Sunday, so lots of excitement on the fan page. We launched it on Sunday. We're late again, aren't we? Right, Emma's going to be joining me. Do not go anywhere. We've got a beautiful book, a great storage basket, and Liberty bundles, plus loads of other bundles coming up right after this.
While we're having to spend more time at home again, we're here to keep you busy and entertained. Sewing Street will be live every day from 8 a.m, bringing you plenty of demonstrations with our experts in dressmaking, quilting, bag making, toy making, needle felting, embroidery, and so much more. Our community of fellow sewists on the Sewing Street Fans Facebook group are there to chat to you about whatever you're making, sharing photos and advice. Check out the Sewing Street Facebook and Instagram pages for fun competitions and offers.
Hello, I'm Kerry from Living in Loveliness and I'm delighted to be part of the Sewing Street team. I'm based in Wolverhampton and I absolutely love working with fabulous fabrics. In particular, I love working with fat quarters and showing you how to get the most from your scraps. I love bringing communities of sewists together and encouraging people to sew for greater causes. Most recently, we have been sewing for our NHS and key workers. I look forward to bringing you hints, tips and techniques. I'll see you soon.
In need of a crafting fix? There are so many ways you can watch Sewing Street and Yarn Lane. Sewing Street is live from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. every day on Freeview 72 and Sky 670. Alternatively, if you want to watch us on a tablet or on the move, you can tune in on our YouTube channel, the Sewing Street app, or the websites at www.sewingstreet.com and www.yarnlane.com. You can watch past shows on Sky 670 from 1 p.m. every day, as well as our YouTube channel, the app, and our website. Yarn Lane is on from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Visit our programme guide to find out when and what's on, so you never have to spend a minute without us.
Have you heard about all of the different ways you can shop with Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? You can either shop on our websites, sewingstreet.com and yarnlane.com. You can also order by phone by calling our friendly UK customer service team. For Sewing Street, call 0800 001 4433, and for Yarn Lane, call 0800 4700 600. And don't forget about the Sewing Street app. Here you can shop all of the Sewing Street products as well as watch the live shows from anywhere. You can download the app onto your smartphone or your tablet by simply searching Sewing Street in your app store. And one final thing, no matter how many times you check out on Sewing Street or Yarn Lane in one day, you will only pay one postage and packaging. Happy shopping!
Stuck for ideas for the perfect gift? Why not get them a gift card? You can buy Sewing Street and Yarn Lane gift cards loaded up with anything from £10 to £500. Shop our gift cards online at www.sewingstreet.com or www.yarnlane.com, or purchase them via our UK call centre on 0800 001 44 33.
Hello, welcome back, welcome back. Thank you for joining us all weekend. We've got brilliant shows for you. Tomorrow is going to be brilliant as well. We've got Yarn Lane, don't forget, coming up at 12 o'clock today. We've got our Valentine's Day special tomorrow, and tune in at 8 o'clock for a couple of special surprises. Very excited. It's going to be a lovely weekend. And today, honestly, it's just been a joy. It's gone so quickly, so quickly. This hour, I want to crack straight on because I know that we're slightly late. Emma Bradford is back with us this hour, and we're working from a really beautiful book called Weekend Makes Patchwork. And the great thing about it, as Emma will explain, is they are really great quick projects for anybody who's brand new to sewing, or even if you're an experienced sewer and want quick gifts or just something to do. You know, there's only so many series and things that we can watch, and you know, there's only so many episodes of Married at First Sight I can watch in a day, and there's only so many banana loaves that I can make. It's like, oh Elliot, I forgot it, I'll bring him tomorrow. I did make one for us. Oh, you're not here. I'll make one for Kat and Joe tomorrow. Right, so, well, I've made one already. This is the book that we're talking about. It's got some really, really lovely projects in here. Bag making, there's lovely home furnishing, things for your sewing room, like needle cases and pin cushions, little pretty pouches, whether it be toilet bags or toiletry bags. These would be really, really lovely for gifts for people, wouldn't they? Pot holders, kitchen makes. Something for everybody. Little tiny trays. Oh my word, I love these. What are these called? Everyone's a fluffy one. Tea cakes. Oh, yeah. Tea cakes. Everyone's a fluffy one. That's what they used to have on the advert. Your duvet cover, pillowcases. There's some really beautiful projects. Oh, we loved the hot water bottle cover. If we get a chance, we'll talk about that one as well. Quilts in here as well. Lap quilts. What great value for money. At £9.99, you're getting all of these instructions. It's a big book, isn't it? This is the one that we're looking at today, which is your storage basket. Now, it's displayed with pegs in, but I mean, this is going to be great for your wonder clips. You can have it as a little scrap tub to the side of your machine to keep all your little bits and bobs in. It's going to be really, really useful. I love the fabric choices as well for today's show. So the book is separate to the bundle, so everybody needs to check out now on this one. We were saying we really love this pattern. Even if you're not a table runner kind of person, just how cool is this? Really nice block to be able to know how to make. Which are really versatile sort of skills, aren't they? So you've not only got, oh look, matching tea cosy as well. Market tote bags, coin purses, weekend bags. It's absolutely brilliant. £9.99. There is a lot of projects here for your money. 25 quick and easy projects. We've also got some bundles. Now, the one that you saw Emma had made the storage basket up with is this one. Now, we've put together a metre bundles, half a metre of each. It's Liberty. This is from the latest collection that was literally only launched a few days ago with Susie Duncan, isn't it? It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Plus, you've also got your gingham. This isn't a printed gingham, this is a true gingham. So it's really lovely for your storage basket, absolutely perfect. In fact, those two colours together are gorgeous. Springtime colours, absolutely. Going perfectly with our attic window cut as well. This is what Emma had made, but the reason that we've put together a metre of fabric is that you can just have a bit of a dive in and have a go at any of the projects that you want and have plenty of fabric to be able to do so. Obviously, might need to add a bit more if you want to do the lap quilt or something like that, but there's lots of small projects that if you're thinking, right, what am I going to do this afternoon? I've got a couple of hours to spare. Emma was saying the storage basket is something that, you know, once she'd prepped, she sat down to do some prep and then started and ended up doing it all, and it took an hour. So it is something that, you know, if you do just want to do a bit of sewing a day without committing yourself to doing a full EPP hand quilted quilt that's going to take you months and months and months. That's like me with my knitting. I started my knitting and then I quickly realised that I've probably picked the hardest thing to do because I've got tiny needles, quite like not chunky wool, and it's quite fluffy, well, very fluffy, so it's hard to see the stitches. And I've decided to make a big blanket. And I sent Kat a picture. I said, "What do you think's my progression?" And she says, "I'm not going to lie, I thought you sent me a picture of your phone charger cable. It was like this thin." So that's my baby's blanket. They might get it when they're about 15 years old. Like, here you go, I made this for you. Right, so that's the Liberty colourway. Oh, can we do this one? I think this is my favourite. This is my absolute favourite. I've never seen this fabric and it is gorgeous. Look how beautiful this is. I tell you what, it's just £9.99. You get half a metre of your rabbit print and then you also have half a metre of your red spot. How perfectly did these go? Now, if you're buying multiples, which I know so many people will, even if you're thinking of a different project, I think this would be lovely for kitchen makes. Really lovely for kitchen makes. Then, just so you know, they will come pre-cut into half metres if you're multi-buying. £9.99. That's so good. That is so good. And this fabric is so soft. That is really, really nice. Just £9.99 for your metre of fabric. We've also got 2 other bundles to show you. Yeah, I really like that. That's lovely, isn't it? It's called Rabbit Run. We also have, oh, this one's nice. These are lovely, but who's put these bundles together? I think it was our new Jess. She's very good. She's got a really good eye for it, you know, our new scheduler. She's so good. Look at these. I love these together. You have got, our other Jess is brilliant too. Please don't think that I was saying, oh no, our new Jess. But it's so, honestly, she's got a really good eye for it. And it's a skill to have it in itself. I'm so bad at putting fabrics together, but you can just see they work really well. So you have half a metre of your Victoria's Garden. And then you also have half a metre of this sort of, it's not a really sort of structured stripe, but it has got a slightly irregular feel to it, a regular doodle stripe. I like that a lot. Half a metre of each, already pre-cut, ready to go. Final one before we go over to Emma is, I've saved this one for last. It's the Solstice range. You know me. You have seen me screaming and shouting about this range. It's so gorgeous. These are my 4 favourite bundles. You know, sometimes you have favourites and you say, oh, actually, do you know what? I love that one. I favour that one. I can't actually pick one out of this hour. As soon as I saw the storage basket, I was like, oh, that is gorgeous. Perfect for spring and it's Liberty. How can I say no? Then you've got the rabbits one, which is, again, so different. I'd have to get all 4 of these. The lovely stripes. And then this. You know how much I love the Summer Solstice range. It is gorgeous. It's got all your lovely ochres and greens, but it's so vibrant with your pinks. And this time we've put it with half a metre of what I think, was it called Hannah Basic? It's really lovely. Oh, this is Gradient, sorry. This is Gradient in salmon pink. So half a metre of each of those for £9.99. The Solstice, just so you know, $7.99 a half metre anyway, wasn't it? And the Gradient surely was about that. Oh my word, I would absolutely make the most of that because that is really, really good value, even by our standards. If you're thinking of other projects in mind, multi-buy on these because they're brilliant value for money. The Liberty, in fact, actually. Okay, we might need to just check that that's right because there is no way that they're all $9.99. The Liberty's $7.49 a half metre. The gingham, surely what, $3.99? Even at that, you're making massive saving. Okay. Definitely worth making the most of the book and the bundles. Just very quickly, one thing that you might need for any of your projects, if you are doing any of the bags, if you're doing any of the kitchen makes, or is your H640, which is your fusible fleece. If you've got any of Debbie Shaw's bag books, she will always recommend it. It's got a lovely sort of lofty, fleecy feel, but it's really nice to work with. You can sew with it easily. You can adhere it straight to your fabric because it has got the glue sticky side as well. £9.99, and that is for a whole, that's for a whole metre. Just so you know, how much of the Rabbit Run? Oh, way over half of Rabbit Run's already gone. How nice is that? The rabbit with the spots just £9.99. Emma, these are lovely bundles. What do you think?
Oh, I love them. I love it. Actually, the rabbit, I was thinking, the Weekender bag in the back, that would be perfect for that.
There's so many projects in here, aren't there?
Yeah, there are.
And I suppose with a metre of fabric, there's a lot of these patterns that you're going to be able to have a go with.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, I'd get a few, to be honest with you, because they're gorgeous.
They are really, really nice. So we're going to look at the storage basket today, aren't we?
Yeah.
Which is always very useful, isn't it?
It is. But like I said, when I said this morning, I really like this book. And this isn't really the sort of thing that I would normally go for because I'm strictly just a quilter. But it was really fun. That little basket, just a quick make. It was really fun and useful.
Oh, yeah, that's it. I think this is what's quite nice about this project book is actually they're useful projects. Yes. They'll be really nice gifts, but something that's quite satisfying. Yeah. You're going to get them done quickly.
Exactly. And it will be good for, they're simple enough that you could actually get like a child to do as well. So do it along with them.
Oh, brilliant.
And it's like, if you've never sewn before, it has a lot of instruction in the front for beginners.
Yeah.
So even if you've never done it, or you want to buy a gift for somebody who's never sewn before, then this would be perfect because it's got everything that they need to know in the front. But if you know, you can just go straight in to whatever project it is, basically.
Great. So,
yeah.
yeah, perfect for everybody. And 25 projects. Really
Yeah.
good value. Right, so where do we
Baskets.
start with the baskets? Have you chosen your outer and your inner, or your more
Yes.
prominent fabric?
Yes.
Which
So,
one have you gone for?
I've gone for this one. This is the smaller of the two. So the baskets come in two sizes. The one I made was the bigger one.
Okay.
And this is going to be the smaller one. So for the bottom of it, which was the dark blue on the made one, I'm going to use my green. I've got, what was the name of this bundle? Garden.
I can't remember. Victoria's Garden.
Victoria's Garden, yeah, I really like it. So the green is going to be the base of my basket, and then the flower is going to be on the sides. So you literally, this is all the fabric pieces that you need cut out. So it is what, 5 rectangles altogether? And then I'm going to have the green for my lining as well. So really quick, just to cut out. And again, you can see I haven't used very much from that 1/2 meter.
No.
So you've definitely got enough to make both sides of the basket, or make a basket, make something else.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. All the seam allowances are 1/4 inch.
Okay.
So if you're a quilter, that's really easy. So I'm just going to sew these on either side.
Oh, Laurie said, Vicky, that rabbit fabric would would look lovely as a nappy holder, like a little nappy. In fact, you could have this like storage basket.
You could.
Couldn't you?
Yeah.
Put all
yeah.
nappies in and
Nappies
have it on your changing table.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
Actually, with the handles, you could hang it as well.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Laurie, I'm going to do it. I love that rabbit fabric. That's so cute.
There. Oh, scissors. So you see, actually, how much time? We got plenty of time. I plan to get all this done, the whole basket made, in the demo.
Go on then.
Yeah.
Challenge Annika. And like you say, they're all rectangles, so it's not difficult shapes. I think when you look at storage baskets, sometimes you think, oh, when you've got something 3-dimensional and bags, then
gonna be
it's a bit
difficult.
scary.
There's a little bit of shaping, but it's really easy shaping.
Okay. Do you still have your 1/4 inch foot on? Do you find that useful?
Yeah, if anytime I'm doing a 1/4 inch seam, I always have my foot on.
Yeah.
It's just, you don't have to think about it. You know me, I don't like to think while I'm sewing. I do all the thinking up front.
Well, you listen to your podcasts, don't you?
I
whilst
do,
you're sewing?
yeah.
So you don't have to think about the sewing. What are you listening to at the moment?
So this morning on the drive in, I actually just finished it up. It's called Chasing the Crypto Queen. It's all about OneCoin and OneCoin scam.
Okay.
But now I'm listening to 13 Minutes to the Moon. It's about the last 13 minutes when Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong were actually landing the lunar module onto the moon, and everything that could have gone wrong, and the people who were, in ground control was watching them and all
that's
that.
interesting.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
really
it is.
interesting.
So what I'll do is I press my seams out. So
Did you just go for a corded or cordless option on your iron then, Emma?
cordless?
Oh!
I know.
Hang on, is that on
posh.
pre-order for tomorrow? Oh, we've got 2 in stock.
Nice.
2 in
Oh,
stock.
wow.
That's it.
It's a nice iron.
Yes.
It's nice. And Mikey would like that as well. I think he would actually enjoy
Does
it.
Mikey like ironing?
Well, I won't say he enjoys it, but he has to do it because I don't iron his I don't iron his shirts. It's like if he wants an iron shirt, then he's got to do it. So I've got my fusible webbing. Let's see if I can fit that onto there. It's going to be a little bit too short. So you do need the fusible wadding like you showed. And it does tell you how to cut it out, like the size. But I found it was a lot easier just to actually lay my piece down onto it and cut around it.
Yeah, good idea. That's your H640.
Because then you know it's exactly the same size. You don't have any bits sticking out.
Oh, you'll have plenty there as well to be able to do. I mean, you'd probably be able to do both storage baskets. Then, wouldn't you?
I
Both
got
sizes.
it. I used the same piece for the other one as well.
Oh, great.
And actually another bit. So I've actually will have cut 3 baskets from this. Now this part does take a little bit of prepping, is the only thing. So the instructions that come, well, at least that came with mine. So you have to press it with a...
You got instructions with your H640?
Yeah, because I had to buy some separately because it didn't send me any.
Well, I think they're on the if you don't get instructions with your H640, it's all on the Visaline website, isn't it?
It is. But this is how you do it. So you need a moistened tea towel, a damp tea towel.
How do you moisten your tea towel?
I literally just run it under the tap and then wring it out.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. And you're going to have to press it on, leave the iron on for like 15 seconds per thing. And all I did was I had my phone, so I just set my timer to 15 seconds and let it do its thing. And then moved it over until it was all done.
Sorry if you've missed out on the iron, by the way. People are saying, oh, it's out of stock. Where is it? They've gone, the 2 that we had allocated for today. It's back on the 16th, I believe.
Yeah, this is a nice iron. Oh, and make sure your wadding is the sticky side down. And it's easy to tell because there's lots of little white dots on the sticky side. Make sure that is towards the back of your fabric.
Because otherwise you'd be pressing it to your ironing board, won't you?
You'd be pressing it to your tea towel.
Oh, yeah.
Oops.
Rabbit Run sold out. Oh no!
Oh no, you missed out.
Is there any of that by the half metre on the website? We have a look, just because Laurie is giving me a really good idea of doing like nappy storage baskets with it. And that'd be so lovely, wouldn't it? Kat's having a look for me. What other one have we got? Less than 10 of the Liberty left. The Solstice and the one that Emma's working with are available. Definitely make the most of those. Oh, we'll have a look and see if there's any of the Rabbit Run on the website. Okay.
So that's it.
So that's all adhered now.
That's all adhered, but then you do have to leave it for like half an hour to just set and cool and all of that. So that ends up looking like that. But here's one I made earlier. So that was all ready to go. That's what it ends up looking like.
Lovely.
So then you literally just fold it over in half, right sides together, put a little pin in, and you're going to sew down either side. 1/4 inch seam allowance again.
Teddy's asked to see the finished sample of the storage basket. There it is. Oh, we haven't got it. Where is it?
You should have it. I gave it to Elliot this morning.
Where, Elliot, where did you put it? That's what it looks like though, Teddy. We'll find it.
Yeah, it'd be good to show because then you can see what size.
Kat, it's over here.
Oh, you want me to fling it to you? Oh, I can see it. I'll fling it to you.
Yeah, fling it over. Woo! Got it on nearly.
Oh, no.
Good catch.
Yeah, I'm not a very good thrower. Even my mum makes fun of me for the way I throw. Yeah.
There it is. So is this the larger one?
That's the larger one.
That's the 12-inch one. There's a 10-inch one as well.
Yeah. I'm glad you knew that.
I say that, no. That's, I think, fabric requirements, actually. But that's the larger one of the two. I'll put a hand in for scale. And that's the Liberty, which is $9.99 a metre in total. You get ½ metre of your Liberty and ½ metre of your gingham. £9.99, that price is wrong. Make the most of it whilst you can.
Yeah.
No two ways about it.
No.
Do you press your seams open, Emma?
Yes, but you don't have to worry too much about it because they're all going to be hidden inside, so you don't really have to worry. But there is a bit here, so you do have to, so it's all lined up. Make sure it's lined up. So because you're going to have to sew across the corners, you're going to have to mark. So what I did to make sure everything was lined up was pinned through my seam, and then you want to pin that through the line at the bottom, your crease, if you just finger press that crease, just to make sure that it's all lining up squarely, because...
Could you just come slightly to your left, please?
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
There we go. You want that seam to line up with your crease at the bottom, which that is a little bit over. I mean, it's not the end of the world if it doesn't, but I was trying to be accurate.
That's the good thing about H640. If you tried to do this with foam, it might be a bit more...
Yeah.
The
the fusible foam. A little bit too... This is just a nice weight because it's thin enough that you can still work with it quite well, but it's thick enough that it adds enough body.
Yeah.
You can see it standing up really
up.
well on its own. Just gonna... Sorry. Momentito, por favor. You need to draw a line. I'll double check because they're two different. The instructions are the same for the big one or the little one, only the dimensions change, and it does tell you. So, 1.25 inches. So I need to mark a line, 1.25 inches in from the corner. There we go. I'm just going to draw a line across there. And then you're just going to sew directly across that. Take that out now. And that's to shape your corner of the bag.
Yeah, because it has almost like a boxy bottom, doesn't it? So you're going through here, 2 layers of H640, aren't you? And your 2 layers of fabric. And yet you don't need your walking foot or anything like that.
No.
No, not too bulky. Oh, we started with hundreds of the book and almost half the stock is gone.
Oh,
so
wow.
It is a great book.
It is nice. It's handy. And you know what I was also thinking, especially for the little projects, either this or the hot water bottle, how cool would it be if Nanny or Grandad cut out all the rectangles and pre-cut everything that somebody would need, sends it to grandchildren, and then do a Zoom on how to do it, you know, do a demo.
That's a really good idea.
Now that we can't see anybody, all these little activities, you know, to connect, and plus, I mean, that will give, you know, mum or dad a little bit of a breather
break,
from from homeschooling.
Kaylee's got a little a little girl or a little boy?
Little girl.
A little girl.
Yeah.
How old is she now?
She will be 4 next week.
Oh, really?
Next week? Oh, week after next.
Oh, so soon she'll be getting into sewing, surely.
Yeah.
Does Kaylee sew? Your
No.
daughter? No.
I couldn't get Kaylee into it. Kaylee's more of a drawer, and she likes to
So she's
write
still
stories.
creative.
Yeah, she's very creative. I just couldn't get her. No. Her friend, she did have a friend, Sam. He used to come around. He was fascinated with when I used to do quilting.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to like it. He did stuff with me, but couldn't get Kaylee to do it.
Oh.
There we go. Kaylee just enjoys the fruits of my labour. She loves quilts. She said when she gets a house of her own, she will fill it with quilts.
Well, normally you do big quilts. So how was it doing smaller projects? Do
Like
you
I said,
generally do many small projects?
Not really. I mean, I do pillowcases. That's one of my things.
Okay.
I like that for Christmas presents and things.
Yeah.
Especially like novelty fabrics. And Mikey, he won't mind me telling you. He has a Minions pillowcase.
Oh,
Because I
brilliant.
found some Minions fabric when it first came out. So yeah, so he likes that. And then I think Kaylee's got Pokemon and different things.
Oh, brilliant. Love
Even
it.
though she's 27 this year, she still likes her Pokemon. And so do I have to admit.
Oh, gosh. Joe, he's still always playing that Pokemon Go, isn't he, on his phone? Joe.
I have to admit, I've stopped the Pokemon Go only because my bag's full. But have you heard of Animal Crossing?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never played it, but...
Yeah, Kaylee got me into Animal Crossing, and then when lockdown started last year, there was a new game out, so I ended up getting, Michael ended up getting that for me.
When Kat moves into her house, she says that when we're allowed to go round, I'm going to go to Kat's because she's got all of the different games consoles. I'm not allowed them. I really just want to play Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah. So I'm just going to trim that corner off, exactly the same. So that is...
Your nice boxy bottom.
Yeah. So that's the outside of the bag. Yeah, so you got a nice, so you get a nice little...
Oh, lovely bottom.
Yeah, nice bottom. So now, handles. So to make the handles, you have to do more pressing.
Are they interfaced?
Nope.
No interfacing.
No
on those?
interfacing, just pressed over and then sewn. So you're just going to press over 1/4 inch seam allowance on either side, roughly. It doesn't have to be exact, just as long as it's even.
You don't need to worry about directional prints. In fact, I'm looking at all of them. The rabbit is probably the only one.
Oh yeah, you have to worry about...
Actually, no, they're all going... They're all
different ways.
There's no direction. So you don't need to worry about directional prints with any of them.
So I press that in and then you fold it over. Press it down again.
The Liberty sold out.
Oh.
The Rabbits is sold out. The one that Emma's working with is the Victoria's Garden. That's your side graphic, and then your main graphic is the solstice. Oh no, the book. You are getting so much fabric in there. You're getting, remember, a brilliant value for money as well for £9.99. Even if you've got a project in mind that's in a different book, that's why we thought we'd do them separately.
Yeah, and they coordinate really well. I really love this sage green colour with the...
Works really well.
Yeah. So once I've got them all pressed like that, then you're going to sew them down on either side, about 1/8 inch seam allowance on either side. So it's really just kind of top stitching them down.
I don't know whether I should say this, but I don't know why this is £9.99 this book, because we've had it on at £14.99. This has happened all day today.
Yeah, everybody's getting bargains.
I know. The kits that we had earlier are £10 lower than where we prepped. This is £5 lower than where we prepared the show. £15 it's been on air for before. So I don't know what's happened. I haven't been here for a week, and Kat says it's been a long day, and I feel like I'm going to do Lally now, but that's definitely normally £14.99. So grab the book today, because I can't guarantee that it will come back at £9.99. That could be human error. We love it though. We're going to make the most of it. It's not a cat error. She just wants to make it clear this isn't one of her errors.
There we go. Cut those off. So there's my handles.
So did you top stitch? So you're not doing 1/4 inch. You were just going quite close to the edge. Doing that. Yeah.
So if you can see. Maybe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I've just sewn it. It's kind of hard to see because it's coordinating, but I've got sewn it right there and right there. So it's not 1/4 inch in. It's about 1/8 inch, just over. And then you can either measure them correctly, or you can just do like I've done, because you're going to get 2 handles from this one strip. So you just need to cut it straight in half. So I've just folded it over. There we go.
Okay.
2 handles.
This is how you get it done in an hour.
Yep.
Emma's hacks.
And then we need to pin these to the outside of. So they go on either side of your seam.
I like it as a peg bag as well, actually. The pictures of a peg bag, especially with the handles. It's nice just to be able to.
So handy with the handles. Yeah, so handy. I mean, you could put all sorts of things in it.
Yeah.
And hang them up. Portable. There we go. This is maybe the only fiddly. Well, there we go.
Yeah, make sure they're not twisted.
Yeah. I'm just going to top stitch those down. Again, about 1/8 of an inch, because you want it to be, your seam allowance around the top to sew your lining in is going to be 1/4 of an inch.
Okay.
So make sure you keep it under that, so you don't see that join.
Julie, I'll show you she said, sorry to be a pest, but I bought the Liberty and the rabbit bundle. Could you please tell me how big the rabbit is? Do you want me to show you? I'll get a tape measure, or I'll show you to scale with my hand so you can see. I'll probably get a tape measure because you don't know how big my hands are. But some of them are smaller than... What I would do if you're making the storage basket is use maybe some of the smaller ones, because you don't want to lose half the rabbit, do you?
No.
Or you could do this as the sort of lining fabric and have the rabbits on the inside, so you don't lose any of them. Or have a go with any of the other the projects. But thank you. In inches, this rabbit is 7 inches. The smaller rabbit is about 5.5 inches. 5 inches. There you go. Hope that helps. Thank you for your message, Julie. Right, sorry, where are we, Emma?
Oh, I'm just putting the other side handle on.
The smaller basket, Teddy, would be a perfect scraps basket.
Oh, yes.
You know, sometimes if you got it by the side of your sewing machine and you think, actually, that's still big enough to use for something else.
Or actually, what I would probably use it for is all of my bits, rubbish bits.
Yeah.
Because I do have the bin, but then I've got that, lift the handle up and it's a pain. So yeah, I do.
They make nice little baskets as well to put in the bathroom, things like cotton wool and... Thank you, Elliot.
There we go. So that's my outer done for now. Now my inner, you're going to sew it down.
It gives you all the dimensions again
does.
of what to cut.
Yep.
Okay, so you don't need templates, it's just dimensions.
Just dimensions. So I just use my ruler, my cutting mat.
Perfect.
It's all within that. Now for this one, you're going to sew it exactly the same way you sewed the outside, except you're going to leave a gap on one side, because you're going to turn everything round through that gap.
Oh, Julie's saying, she says, thanks so much. I'm going to make a taller basket with...
Oh, that's a good idea.
With thicker backing. Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us know how you get on, Julie.
Yeah, that is a beauty, because it is all just rectangles. So once you've got the technique down of how to actually put it together, yeah, you can make all sorts of different sizes. Hack it.
You love her hack, don't you, Emma?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Emma's way.
If you made it a little bit narrower and taller, you could put a bottle in it.
Oh, there you go, yeah. I was watching your Facebook Live the other day with your gin and tonic.
Oh, thanks.
Are you doing lots of classes as well? Are you doing tutorials?
No, not at the moment, only because I haven't done anything on video, and it's so hard. We can't meet up. But once we can see people again, I'll definitely start the actually in-person classes, because I do miss that. There we go. So that one I've just sewn all the way down. This one I'm going to stop and leave a gap in between where my pins are.
Christine said, I made a few of these and put poppers on, or a button and a loop, then attached to my sewing machine mat for a bin and a clip bag.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea.
Perfect. Clip bag's good too. There, so I'm going to go a little back stitch. I do recommend doing a little back stitch when you leave your opening, because you know how sometimes when you pull it through it can rip.
Ah,
Yeah.
right, okay.
Pull the stitches out a little bit.
Reinforce it.
Yeah.
Talking of ripping your seams, if you want to intentionally rip your seams, we got the Bridgewater stitch remover back in stock tomorrow. I shouldn't really keep mentioning this because how many have we got? 75, which isn't going to be enough. 75 of them launching tomorrow. We'll put them on pre-order at 7:30 tomorrow morning, just to make it, fair for everybody. We'll put them on pre-order as soon as we can in the morning. What time are we going to then air it? What show does it come in? In the 10 o'clock show. Oh no, I shouldn't mention it then, should I really?
What are they?
Have you not seen them? They're
No.
electronic stitch removers.
Oh, is it a little bit like Sally Ann does with the shaver?
Yeah, it looks like a lady
okay.
shave, doesn't it?
Okay.
Or a beard trimmer.
Nice. Yeah.
Does Sally Ann use one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where I've seen it.
Oh,
Heard them
yeah.
say. Yeah, yeah.
Kat's saying, yeah, Sally Ann Harrison's got one. She
Yeah.
brings it with her. Oh, okay.
Right, so I'm just turning my lining right sides out, and I've turned my basket right sides in, and I'm going to put the right sides together because you want to sew all the way around the edge.
Okay, so your outer is inside out and your lining is the right way round.
Yes.
Right sides together.
And we're just going to sew all the way around the top. No gaps, just sew all the way around.
This is where your clips come in handy as well, don't they?
Yes, yeah.
You've got clips. So is this where you have to do a little bit of shaping? Or should it all just fit?
Actually, you just reminded me. I have skipped a step.
Oh, go on.
I've got my shaping in the bottom of my lining. Thank you. Oh, yeah, we got time.
Hi, Sarah. I'm looking forward to Emma's classes again. I'm missing the social aspect of sewing.
Yeah.
I know, Sarah. Oh, I can't wait. It is, don't get me wrong, we've all had to adapt and do things virtually,
Yes.
but it's not the same, is it, as being all together?
It's not the same. It is interesting how people do adapt. I had to write a little article on micro weddings and flowers for micro weddings yesterday. Yeah, so it's interesting how, you know, as humans, we are pretty adaptable to changing, things changing. Oh, wait, 1 1/4, not 1 1/2. There we go.
And have people changed their sort of floral arrangements and things for...
Yeah, so you think about it, I thought, oh, well, things will be, you know, much reduced.
Yeah.
But actually, people, even though they've got a lot less guests, that means that they've got a bigger budget for things like flowers.
Right.
And if they're live streaming their ceremonies, then they can really splurge on like really floral backdrops and it's more of a quality over quantity. So you can have more expensive flowers, just less of them.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, I do feel sorry for all these brides who are having to reschedule their wedding time and time again.
Again, yes.
My poor friend, she's due to get married in May. She's already postponed it twice. And she's like, I just know I'm going to have to postpone it again.
Yeah.
Oh, top tip from Christine. I also sew, I also add a plastic boning around the top to keep them open.
That's a good idea.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Yeah.
So is the lining the same size or is it slightly smaller?
I think it ends up being about the same size.
Right, okay.
I think. I'm not sure. All I know is it works.
Yeah. And you're trimming away just so it reduces the bulk.
Yeah, I'm just trimming away the corners to a 1/4 inch seam allowance, basically.
Okay.
There we go. Ooh, where's my...
I wonder if it's to do with Christine's message, because Christine said that she does attach it to her sewing machine mat. We had a question asking, why do I need a sewing machine mat? There's different reasons why people use sewing machine mats. Quite often they sort of, I think, stop your machine from, if you have one that seems to slip or protect your surface. What do you use a sewing machine mat, Emma?
I don't, but I have seen ladies, so they have a piece of fabric, quilted fabric usually, that goes underneath their sewing machine.
Yeah.
And then on the front, they have pockets hanging down, so there's bits that go in.
Yeah.
So the weight of your sewing machine actually keeps it in place when it's on top. It could also be to protect, depending on what you're sewing on, if you've got
a dining table that's likely to scratch. Yeah. Some of them as well are a bit, I find that they reduce the noise slightly as well.
Yes.
So there's lots of different reasons why you'd use a sewing machine mat, but we've got literally about 5 minutes left with you, Emma.
Okay.
Keep going. Sorry, we're chatting all the time, aren't we? Emma's adamant that she's finishing this.
I am. I've got one seam left, and there is a little bit of top stitching left to do, but after that,
you can do it.
You can do it.
We believe in you.
Yeah. Okay. Right, I'm gonna wing it. I'm not pinning. Let's do this thing. Ooh.
Right sides together. Okay.
Almost.
And are you just matching up your side seams?
Yeah.
I suppose because you haven't got it's not a big basket, and it's also not too bulky. If you're using foam, or if you're doing this larger, then you could take your little gubbins box off and use the free arm.
Oh yes.
You?
Oh yeah.
But if you don't have the ability of using a free arm, then it's easy to do with like this, especially this manageable size, isn't it?
Yeah. I have to admit, I tend to forget about the free arm because I don't fiddle with taking the box off and stuff a lot.
I mean, you need to come and do some dressmaking show with us. So we've had so much attention on your lovely dress.
Oh, thank you.
Lots of people have messaged in about it. I'd really like one like that for the summer. That's so nice, isn't it?
It is a nice summer. And it was...
Oh, ready for the pub garden.
Oh, yes. Actually, I think I did remember, I did wear it for a Prosecco and gin night.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, do you know what? We've all got to go on one of Delphine's felt and fizz nights. She does needle felting and fizz. How good's that?
That would be good.
You need to do one sort of, gin-based or something, Emma, in the summer as well. We'll come to yours as well.
Oh, definitely.
The only reason I say Delphi is because it's close enough for me to be able to have a babysitter and stumble home.
Oh, yeah.
She only lives down the road.
Oops. I'm not sure I can be trusted with a felt needle at the best of times. So.
Have you done needle felting before?
I tried to make a little mouse. It ended up looking more like a cat, something a cat threw up, more like a cat hairball. Okay, so now the magic happens. So there's my gap.
Oh yeah, make sure you leave yourself a gap.
Gently, gently.
Oh, this is why you said to do your little reverse stitches so that you don't tear it.
It does come through, I promise. There we go. Woohoo!
Nice. Oh, I love those colours together. The Victoria Garden fabric is really lovely.
And then to finish off, you just press the top down, and then you do a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance top stitch all the way around, just to give it a little bit more body.
Oh, it's so beautiful, isn't it? Voila, you've done it.
Yay!
I mean, how quick is that?
That was really quick.
Yeah,
So,
you
like I
haven't
said-
had an hour. You haven't had anywhere near an hour. So that is really, really quick.
Yeah.
Thank you ever so much.
You're
We
welcome.
loved it. Absolutely loved it. It's been lovely to have you in all day today.
lovely
When
to
are you
see
back on?
Oh, I don't remember. I think it's a Thursday next time.
Okay,
So
in a couple of
probably,
weeks. Or...
So I think it's in March.
Oh my word!
Yeah.
Okay,
in
we'll
March.
see you soon.
Sorry, I should have looked up.
No, thank you. We love having you here. And
Thank you.
that is gorgeous as well, the
Yeah.
panel behind, isn't it? So thank you for that pattern.
You're welcome.
We'll see you soon, Emma. We'll see you
Bye-bye.
soon. Just very, very quickly, the book that Emma was working with somehow has been reduced in price, and we don't really know why. We haven't been told that it has, so we're presuming that it's a mistake. But we're rolling with it anyway. No wonder loads of you have checked out on this. It was always £15, so I have no idea when it was dropped to £9.99, but reap the benefits because you're getting 25 projects. Price per project is silly, and you've got loads of really useful gift ideas or bits and bobs for you to sew, just whilst we've got a bit of extra spare time. There's several projects in here that you could do. In fact, I know that Emma was saying there's several projects that she wants to do. I love these little tray ideas. Do you know what? I've started thinking I want to do like drawer organisers. These would be great to put in your drawers to organise all your bits and bobs. That's so good, isn't it? Oh yeah, you could. You could do, there's loads for your kitchen and all sorts, and you can wash them. Just £9.99. The laundry bag, the storage boxes, there's so many projects, table runners and quilts, loads of projects for just £9.99. It is at a brilliant, brilliant price today, and your instructions are really, really clear, whether you're a brand new sewer or whether you are more experienced and you just fancy some quick projects or some nice quick gift ideas for people. As Emma said at the start of the book, it does go through all of your different techniques and the bits and bobs that you'll need to get started. So we do absolutely love it. Only £9.99 today. Been extremely, extremely popular. Now, all of the bundles are sold out. I think there's a couple of the solstice range still left. So if you do want the solstice, there's still availability. The Rabbit, the Liberty and the Victoria's Garden have sold out. Now, stick with us for the next hour. We are about to do our quick changeroo over to Yarn Lane. So if you are watching on the telly, stay where you are. If you're watching online, whether it be on Facebook, go on to Yarn Lane TV on Facebook, or on the web, yarnlane.com, where you can watch live. Jewellery Maker at 1 o'clock heads up to our sister channel, because I think transferable skills, I know a lot of people who watch us also love our sister channel, but if you've never watched before, they're doing a brilliant macrame demo, and they've got a beautiful butterfly wall hanging. I don't know whether you've seen it on the social media, but it looks gorgeous. And the lady who's demonstrating it, her name's Nadia, and she's brilliant, a brilliant teacher. So they sell the kits, they do the full tutorial as well in the masterclass at 1 o'clock today, so it's definitely worth staying for that as well. Tomorrow on Sewing Street, I'm going to be back with you. Love is in the air. We are going to spread the love. We've got so many surprises for you from 8 o'clock. It's not very often that I get to be here on a Sunday morning, so we're really, really excited about our Valentine's Day show. 8 o'clock, be there from 8 o'clock. As I said, the stitch remover will be on pre-order, so grab it. Brilliant early bird, plus some surprises, which I can't give away just yet, but make sure you're there. 8 o'clock, our loveliest bundles, so beautiful floral fabrics, something for everybody in that first show. At 9 o'clock, you don't want to miss it, it's Alison Marion. She is back. She's got the Tooth Fairy cushion, which is going to be brilliant at 9 o'clock. I'm so excited to see her. At 10 o'clock, we've got Sewing Room Supplies. Again, watch that show. Hint, 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 hint. 11 o'clock, we've got Fabric Tulips, again, with the gorgeous Alison Marion. And then at 12 o'clock, I'm a bit worried about this show, if I'm honest. At 12 o'clock, we've got sewing machines. And I know how limited all of our machines are. So we'll have a bit of a look through at what is available, and we will show you as much as we possibly can. Now, have a look on yarnlane.com. Everything is on pre-order, and I know how busy it's going to be. We've got 2 brand new projects from the book, which is behind me, the West Yorkshire Spinners. I've just met Carol out in the office, and she said to me last time she was on air with this, everything sold out, everything sold out. So for anyone who missed it, Get on pre-order now and reserve your place. You can go for it now. I'll see you in a few minutes with Yarn Lane. We've got so much to show you, so do not move a muscle. If you are going to join us tomorrow morning for Sewing Street, we'll see you then, but stay where you are, ready for Yarn Lane.